Greetings. 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 Hello, everyone. Also, Zandru. Zandru, thank you for the prime. We got the final day. The final day to set the T1 agenda. To set the T1K agenda. Got a little Korea action. Love that sultry voice. Well, I'm trying not to be loud. And I'm also not allowed to clap today. Did you see my comment on the VOD channel? Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Let's go to the VOD channel, shall we? Let's go take a look at the VOD channel. Let's see what Tabby said. See the comments. Raccoon comes back and destroys them. What? I need to see all. I want to see all the comments. Let me just go directly to it. T-Win-K. Any T-Win-Ks here? We love T-Win-Ks around these parts. Is that it? I don't know which one is you. None of your stuff matches your Twitch account. It doesn't match it. The video before that one? Oh my god. Okay. Let me go back. Let's go check again. No, not that. No. Need to swap the account. Stop it. You guys aren't. This isn't helping. Swap the account again. If this was 1950, the stream intro with the giant Korea time would have a very different meaning. You know what? You're so right. Which other one? Which other one are they talking about? What comments? View the video. I don't know which VOD. Is it? Well, I just found this one from 16 minutes ago. On the AGG video, Bernie on Arissa be like,
Is this an ASMR channel now?
Thank you, Craftwise. No, I'm trying to be quiet because my girlfriend's asleep and it's late. Bernie on Arissa be like, Omnix Real has a right to defend itself, and this is all on Batanheu, the war criminal. Oh shit. Oh, fuck. That one's good. That one's good. That one's pretty good. I can't find this fucking comment, Tabby. I'm assuming that's the one. I'm certain that's the one. I'm almost certain. That was it? Excellent. Excellent. Great. You can't tell because of fucking name? It's Toby! It's Toby! Not Tabby!
Is this an ASMR channel now?
Also, I don't know how to stop this repeating of the alerts on this PC. I'm not gonna lie. I have no idea. I don't know why I can't fix it. I've tried everything. I don't know why it's repeating. I have the monitor off on it too. You know what? Just for that, get this. How about that? How would you have some of that, huh? I got some. I've been using up my sludge before because of the Rivals co-streams, but I didn't do any today. I did no Rivals co-streams today because I had to go out. I had to go out into the world. Go out into the world, and though I'm not gonna lie, I was pissed today. I went to a bar, saw some friends, and my girlfriend was like, "Hey, can I get a Diet Coke to the waitress?" She doesn't acknowledge her. Tell me, pretty much, I want you guys to fact check me. I want you to fact check me to see if I was wrong here. So, my girlfriend asked the bartender, I was like, hey, can I get a Diet Coke? Can I get a sludge? She does not acknowledge her and turns away. So when she walks past, I grab her again and I say, hey, by the way, can we get a Diet Coke? And she says, yeah, I know, she just asked 5 seconds ago. And I'm like, oh, okay. And I was like, you just didn't acknowledge it. You didn't acknowledge the request. So how was I supposed to know that you had heard the request? Do not grab. No, I didn't grab her. I didn't actually physically grab her. I was like, hey, like I, raised my hand, And I feel like I was not. And then she came back to the table to Diet Coke, and I was like, hey, my bad. I wasn't trying to be rude. And then she was like, oh, no worries. She just asked it literally 5 seconds ago. And I'm like, okay, well, all you had to say was no worries as well. All you had to say was no worries as well. You didn't have to, this is a moment where we commiserate because I wasn't trying to be rude. But instead, you've been mean to me. So for her response, hello, Conair. For her response, because I'm beta and I respect service workers too much, I was like, in my head, I was like, oh, I'm so mad. I'm so fucking mad. I'm not gonna give her a tip. But then after like 5 minutes, I was like, oh, I'm so fucking mad. I'm gonna give her a 5% tip. I can't, because I can't not. I would literally, a service worker would have to like spit in my face and like insult my entire family for me not to do like at least a 5% tip. Like it would have to be like an insane experience. And yes, the bar was busy, but I've been to lots of busy bars and no one's been mean to me. But she could have just been stressed. Could have been stressed, but I mean, for taking out on me, she gets a less tip. She gets less tip for taking out on me. I just learned today that Coach Moon coaches the Apex Crazy Raccoon team. Yeah, I mean, and Krusty also coaches the Gen G Marvel Rivals team. So, or is at least a part of it, which is also crazy. Okay, let me turn this off. Let me go talk to Avril. Where's Avril? Where is this guy? Where is this guy? Avril? Avril, my goat? Is he here? Any Avril? Any Avril heads? Well, I guess not. I guess not. His ass does not care. I'm starting to think esport coaches are all faking it. I mean, in a way, if you think about it, almost all esport coaches are Stephen A. Smith at the NBA Finals playing solitaire. They're all just at the NBA. They're all just at the various esport finals playing solitaire. Except it's Balatro. They're sitting there on their phone playing Balatro. Did you cause a 2-hour tech pause at VCT today? Also, by the way, I reoriented the camera. I'm gonna be facing this way today. What's up, Tagby? I'm gonna be facing this way. Okay? I'm gonna be facing this way. And then I'm gonna turn to watch the game this way. Turn to face the game this way. Read chat this way. Turn to watch the game this way. Chat this way. Nothing changed? Okay. Okay. Wait, go full cam? Have I oriented it? I don't think so. Maybe it's the same thing. Was I doing this yesterday too? I don't know. I don't know if I did the same thing too. Looks like you're looking at chat bar. No, I'd have to look this way if I was looking at chat bar. Was that you I saw at his birthday party earlier? Whose birthday party? Whose birthday party? Whose fucking birthday party? I gotta rebind this. 1 second. My keybinds have been messed up. Grr. My keybinds have been messed up. Grr, really mad. There we go. Perfection. Fixed it. Yeah, whose birthday party? How was the birthday party? What birthday party? Am I missing something? Am I missing something today? Whose birthday was it? Am I being gaslit repeatedly? Will you come to my birthday party? Where is it? Where's your birthday party? I don't follow OWCS super closely. Are they kind of nasty? They are nasty, but Korea is just really nasty, and Crazy Raccoon is kind of struggling pretty hard in the meta right now. Like, they're struggling to find their identity, essentially. Especially because Lip and... essentially, there's this situation where, like, Lip, who is good at Freya, stopped practicing Freya, and then wants to play, like, hit scans, and, like, he's been saying, like, oh... I don't want to practice Freya because, like, this is my last year in playing, and I don't want to grind it out anymore. I'm ready to just graduate. Was there a meta change? I mean, Freya it kind of changed the meta a bit to where Winston isn't as popular in certain maps, and there's a lot more, like, Orisa and Hazard, and, you know, Ball is still pretty good, too, but you can, like, pocket ban. I forgot also to put the Prince. I need to put a Prince. Also, I'm not staying up the whole night tonight because I'm really fucking tired, guys. And I had a couple drinks, and I'm 30 years old now, and so this literally kills me. But first, we're seeing old... Is it Old Ocean ONSIDE, right? You're 30? Yeah, brother. Welcome to the party. Yeah, pretty much this first game also ONSIDE's about to get their whole bussy blown out. I'm not gonna lie. I think Jaehong and crew are about to, like, you ever seen those videos of the guys like grinding sensually on the couch pillows to practice going club dancing? I think they're about to, like, blow out ONSIDE's pussy. The beef tallow moisturizer is making you look younger. This is my steak and shake beef tallow moisturizer, to be fair. I've been using my steak and shake beef tallow moisturizer. So it's been really good. It's been really good. I've stopped taking vaccines and I've started using beef tallow moisturizer. And I've been feeling like I have an aura about me. Bugs have been circling around my head. They're like whispering to me. They're like, oh, he's so cool. Like this miasma of flies and such. I might be fucking stupid. Yeah, you might be. Yo, is this Avril guy gonna show up? He's in Discord and I can't hear his ass. And he's still muted.
I'm not muted.
You've been muted the whole time, brother.
No, you're definitely gaslighting me. I've never been
You've been
muted
muted the whole time. I was like, when is this guy gonna show up? When is he?
Back, guys.
Where were we at? What were you
Finally
preparing?
here.
What were you preparing?
Finally here.
What were you doing?
I was preparing this Cadbury Dairy Milk ice cream that I'm about to have. Ooh. In winter, by the way.
Oh, in winter.
That's how brave I am.
That's how ice cream pilled he is. That's how ice cream pilled he is.
Shit, guys. How crazy am I?
You know, I had some ice cream myself today. Well, no, I had a.
Wow, what a rebel! What a rebel!
I had a coffee. Okay. In Canada, they have a very popular candy called a coffee crisp. Coffee crisp, and it's kind of coffee flavored candy, as the name implies. They have an ice cream bar.
Even better than the beaver tail?
It is. It is better than the beaver tail. Though I will say it's close. I will say it's close to Canada's churro. But then, on top of the one coffee crisp ice cream bar I had something even more delicious. Even more delicious. From a farmer's market, my friends and my girlfriend bought me a dark chocolate, roasted buckwheat dark chocolate bar. Delicious. Truly delicious.
Yeah.
Truly delicious.
Did you lose 25% of that one, or did you get the whole thing?
No, I ate the whole thing. Well, I left a little bit for some other people, but it was good. St. Lawrence Market? It was not. What was it? It might have been St. Lawrence Market. I wasn't there. I was asleep. He's in Toronto for the VCT event? No. Well, I'm in Toronto because I went to a wedding, and then also my girlfriend's here, and then people flew in for VCT, and I'm like, I'm gonna stay here. So, and also because I'm in Toronto because I'm staying in Canada illegally for the rest of my life. I'm just kidding, by the way. Mark Carmi, I believe. I think that's your name. That's a joke. Canadian immigration. That's a joke.
He got his name wrong. Got the Prime Minister's name wrong.
Is it not? Who is it? Is it not Mark Carmi? What the fuck's his name? Is it something? What's it?
Carney.
Carney. Like Johnny's shirt. Mark Carney.
Yeah. It's even spelled the same. Carney. Yeah. Carney. He even wears the Carney shirt, hat, and the stick as well. Pretty crazy.
I was thinking of Carmi from The Bear. Justin Trudeau leaving the Canadian Prime Minister's office, leaving a note to Mark Carney. Let it rip, bro. Let it rip, bro. And then Mark Carney being like...
I'm sorry, did you leave that for Mark Carney or Jake?
Have you seen The Bear?
The Bear?
Yeah, The Bear. Have you seen The Bear?
Like Like
The
a
movie
specific
or
bear
the show,
or...
the show, The Bear.
No, I'm not.
Okay, well, it's a bear. It's a bear reference.
Oh, okay.
It's a
I
bear
was making
reference.
a Jake Riptire.
I
reference.
know your reference would make sense in the context of Overwatch, but this was a larger cinematic reference.
Okay.
So, but I respect that you were connecting the dots still. Doug Ford to go after you first? That's fair. But also, Doug Ford hates America, so I feel like we can join forces here.
See, this is why I didn't see the bear. It's on FX, and I've never seen anything on the FX channel. That's fine.
There's only
Maybe
two
by
good
FX.
things in my knowledge that have ever been good on FX, and it's The Bear and It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. And I will not be taking any other suggestions from chat if there are other good things from FX.
There's a new Alien series coming out on FX that looks pretty good. Alien Earth or some shit. Actually looks decent.
I'll take a look. We'll take a look. Who you got winning the 24-hour Le Mans? What is Le Mans? I'm a Le Mans.
Uh-oh.
Shogun? Oh shit, Shogun was on FX. That's true. Shogun was good. I will take one suggestion from chat.
Okay, yeah, you know what? I did watch Shogun.
Shogun was good.
But as we know, I didn't like it. That's fine.
The 24-hour race? I'm in a 24-hour race every day of my life. Race against the grind set. Race against the grind set, in my opinion. I missed this passion. Bro, I know you're gonna leak me a clip of me yelling, and I can't yell. Yes, yesterday too, the old ball and chain got up and she yelled at me. She said, "You can't clap. It's too late." I can't do the same shit I was doing during these hours, okay? Especially now that I'm not in a shared space. I know you're gonna link me a clip, and it's gonna be me like screaming and yelling, isn't it? Let's take a look. Weren't you in a shared space in Texas anyways? Yes, but it was different because I was in a separate room at least, but like the way the apartment I'm in right now, it's like one big open concept place. So like the bed, there's no walls or doors separating the bed from me. So I'm gonna fuck ass Toronto basement apartment. Alvin, yeah, he was there. Alvin was there. Also, Avril, I'm assuming you're also with me on this, that ONSIDE is about to get their Bussy 8 by Old Ocean.
Only by 61% though. See?
That's actually, I mean, the thing is, I kind of...
ONSIDE will win one map.
That's fair. Your solution lies in carpentry, not in silence. Wait a minute, that goes hard as fuck? That's kind of a hard as fuck line. What was your ice cream bar that you're eating? What's your ice cream? What you having there?
It was the Cadbury Dairy Milk.
Cadbury Dairy Milk. What are your thoughts on gelato versus frozen yogurt versus ice cream?
Probably prefer ice cream the most.
Really? You prefer ice cream over gelato and frozen yogurt?
Technically speaking, I'm supposed to be lactose intolerant, but I don't feel it.
Do you think you've defeated that like Asian gene in you?
I must have. I mean, I got told at one point through a test that I'm lactose intolerant. It was like, how? I've been eating dairy my whole life, but I've never had a bad reaction from it.
Yeah, I mean,
So,
I get
I don't know.
that. I get that. I mean, I feel like a lot. I'm not gonna lie, like especially with the rise, what seems to be like this humongous cafe culture that's in Asia in general. It seems like a lot of Asian people just fucking tank the lactose intolerance and shit their brains out so they can have a latte. It feels like they're just like tanking
No,
that
but
shit.
except I don't. The shit part doesn't happen to me. I just eat it like it's normal. I'm chilling. I can eat full white guy menu. I can have beef, bacon, and dairy. Dude, that's trifecta right there. I can have all three.
Do you feel like it's because you've been living in like New Zealand, Australia your whole life for the most part? Do you think you've just adapted?
It might be, but I feel like I've had dairy since I was a kid. So like, surely my parents would have seen
Hey, Avast,
that I'd be shitting
can you
myself
show this
between the ages of
educational
like
video to
5 and
chat?
8 or whatever from having dairy, but that just never happened.
Show
As
this
far
video
as
to
I can
chat.
remember, I've just always had.
The wire fraud tutorial music video. If not, Avril, I'm gonna send it to you. I'm gonna send you the wire fraud. I'm gonna DM it to you. I'm gonna send you the wire fraud tutorial music video, official music video. That one's gonna be for your use later. This is an absolute. Didn't this song release? See a zero. Didn't this song release back when like everyone was trying to do the Chase bank hack, and they were just trying to commit like essentially fraud by withdrawing a bunch of money, but then they were just overdrafting their accounts like crazy, and everyone thought they were like getting the free money hack, and it was just them overdrawing their account. It was way before then. I see. He's not there, just his chair. That's fine. His chair will appreciate it all the same.
All right, my chair's appreciating. What is it doing?
I sent you the wire fraud official music video. It's a music video and a rap that sort of it lays out the whole process of how to commit wire fraud.
Okay. Yep. Checking it out.
And then I posited the question: did this not release back when in the States about 2 years ago? I want to say there was a event that happened where a bunch of people said like you can get free money from your bank by going to your bank and just like withdrawing a bunch of money, and then I can't remember exactly what the other step was, but like it essentially was like you overdrafting your account for like thousands of dollars and being like, dude, we have free money, and then the bank would never know, but it was essentially just fraud. So it's a high key banger, and it's also informational. It's also informational.
Back in America.
My favorite
for a meme music video. This is the decent quality.
I know, isn't it? The production value's out of this world. Well, it's because you know why? He's got a lot of production budget from wire fraud. He's got a lot of production budget from wire fraud. He's able to fund it. Scam rappers were kind of hype. Okay, but what do the scam rappers rank in comparison to what the fuck's his name? The white guy that sings Patois. M.R. Yes, M.R. Where do scam rappers rap comparatively to M.R? But yeah, that'll teach you, Avril. If you need any money, just commit wire fraud. I don't know if it works the same way in Australia, to be honest. You probably have more banking regulations than we do. If I'm going to be honest, it's probably a lot harder to do that.
Give me 1 second. I got a fun banking story. Not my story. It's just a fun banking story from back in New Zealand that I heard back in the day. That was a real good one. It's real related to wire fraud.
Okay. I'm listening. With bated breath. With bated breath. I shall wait. An abated hook that I've thrown into the river of content to catch a content fish. To reel it in. It was depositing a fake check on the app. Ah, check fraud, of course. A different type of fraud. Just a slightly different type of fraud. Yes, I do remember that, and I was like, this is a very interesting time in American history where people were just like learning about check fraud. And like, dude, new hack just dropped. The viral new money hack just dropped. Come with food TikToker voice. Come with me to Chase Bank to get $10,000 in the viral new free money hack.
Some guy, like, I don't think he withdrew money. He just paid for something. He paid for something and realized when he checked his bank statement that the number didn't change. The number in his like bank account didn't change after he bought something. He thought maybe this is a mistake. So he went and bought something again. Checked his bank account. Number didn't change. So now this guy's like, holy shit, I have the infinite money glitch. Literally. Something happened in the banking system where like the sale would go through, but it wouldn't decrease the amount of money in his account. So he just went around after he found out that he had an infinite money glitch. He started buying everything. He just started fucking like just maxing shit out and just going everywhere, paying for everything with infinite money. You know how this guy got caught?
How did he get caught? I'm listening.
He felt guilty and he handed himself in. I'm not joking.
That's so cringe. That's so cringe. If it was me, I'd be stealing money for the rest of my life. No joke.
Literally, he got caught because he felt bad. He turned himself in.
I'm not gonna lie.
He spent hundreds of thousands of dollars apparently, hundreds of thousands of dollars using this infinite money card that just like was glitched out. And then he's like, I'm gonna hand myself.
It's kind of the same concept of like, you have you ever heard of the jobs where like a company essentially like someone's in a like a department and like everyone gets axed except for them, and they just kind of like, you ever heard the stories where like a company just forgets a worker is essentially working there, and they just don't do anything for like a year, like at a time or something. Like they don't do
That sounds
literally
pretty common in
anything.
the government.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know if that's true. I can't comment on Australian government, so I have no idea exactly if that's true. But it's happened in like American corporate culture. Like it's definitely happened in American corporate culture, because American corporate culture is literally so stupid and fucked up. Because we're like, dude, we're so efficient. Also, we're all gonna spend a shit ton of money and be some of the most inefficient beings in the history of existence.
Yeah.
So if that was in the same vein of like, if I had the free money hack, I would never turn myself in. If I got a job where I didn't have to do anything, and no one even checked it on me for like a year while I was paid a salary, I'd be like, I would not say anything. I would not say anything.
Oh, you would just be like, oh, so I forgot as well. You forgot? Oh, me too. What a coincidence. We both forgot. That's crazy.
I would just chill, you know?
No, I think the dude, to his credit, I think he figured that at some point it would catch up to him. Like someone at the bank at some point would be like, whoa, what the fuck is this? And then they'd get his ass anyway. So he kind of just like cut it short early and be like, you know what? Yeah, this happened. We might as well just sort it out now. I think it's what it came down to.
But like, wouldn't he have to repay all the money he spent? Because
I think so.
Because to
at the
me,
same time,
I would rather rack up an exorbitant bill, because if I know I'm gonna I might have to pay it back. I might as well, like $100,000. Like a normal person, like they could be like, okay, you're in debt. You're in Nintendo debt prison for the rest of your life. Like we're putting you to work in like the textile factory. If I rack up like $3 million, I'm like, good luck. You're never getting this money from me. I feel like that's your problem.
There is a line. There is a point where it's like a certain amount of debt is your problem, and then a certain amount of debt is so large that it really isn't your problem anymore. Like there's just no real way.
Because if you rack up a huge amount of money, like if you rack up a huge amount of money, but it's like within a reason, but it's like a technically normal person huge amount, like they can try to collect on your ass. But if it's like an exorbitant amount, like they're like, well, this is cooked. We're not getting this money back. Like that's not happening. It just wouldn't happen. Also, Swingship says holy toilet bowl. I just want to point out, I thought Swingship was at the arena yesterday, and that's how T1 Swing broke the T1 curse of her being at the arena. Wrong. She was a fraud. She was at a different arena. She didn't specify which arena. She was at an undisclosed location in the T1 content GM box, reinforced with titanium walls and anti-swing hex clad doors.
You say it's undisclosed. Do you mean it's actually secretive, or?
No, I simply don't know which arena. I simply don't know which arena. Do we have any opinions on this match? Yes, I think Old Ocean are about to spread ONSIDE Gaming's cheeks wide open.
By the way, GK Nightmare. Oh my god, let's go from that. Never mind.
Dude,
GK
remember,
Nightmare, genuine banger.
Also, I told you GK was gonna win, didn't I? Didn't I say it last night? I told you GK was gonna win.
Yeah, they won barely. I'll say that much. It wasn't like. Yes, they did win. You're correct.
I won. I'm right though, and all that matters when it comes to predictions and power rankings is being right. None of the context.
There's no way. So, this guy chose the current #1 ranked NA team and said they're probably gonna win and got it right. Wow, insane odds by the way. This guy.
And if they had, and then also what I did, everyone that voted against me, I'm gonna save that for 6 months and then come back later and call them frauds. We're not gonna get the same pred I did. So. What are your thoughts on run clubs not actually being free? Dude, I saw that. Do you know what a run club is, Avril?
Yeah. I don't go to them because I don't like running.
Okay. I always thought they were free. I thought like you just signed up for people like, hey, this is the run club. But apparently you have to pay for that shit? That shit's crazy.
So here's the funny thing. If you happened to just be on their pathway and you just joined in running with
how would they know, right? How would they know?
What can they do?
I don't know.
You're just some guy running. It's like, yeah, this is a public space.
Yeah.
This is a public road. I can run on this road too. You can't stop me from running on this road.
Yeah.
So you could just run.
I know.
But if you shop at the designated time at a meeting place at the beginning of the run and
how
join the group,
what would they be able to...
What? How does that work?
Yeah, I know. You're essentially agreeing to the system.
To
you're agreeing to a system that you could just participate in for free anyways, that holds no power over you. They start chasing you. Well, like, wouldn't that be good for the run? It's like better for the cardio. Like it's a really good exercise.
This guy's running in our run club. Quick, get him! Run after him.
I feel like this would be really good for the exercise. Also, I find unrelated to this game because like I said, I'm very confident Old Ocean will win. I think it's very funny that Jae Hong is playing the Weaver again. Like they banned fucking.
He's playing the Weaver Bap.
Yes.
Weaver Bap is great.
But I know they banned the Lucio too, so they don't have to worry about like they're like, okay, Jaehong could just like force the Weaver. But I just find this so funny that Jaehong in the year of our Lord 2025, like the best, you know, at one point the best flexible player that ever come out of Korea, at one point is playing Life Weaver, just locking Life Weaver all the time.
What was he the most flexible player to come out of Korea at one point? Was he?
No, I said the best flex support player at one point.
I see.
The best flex support player at one point.
I heard incorrectly.
I'm going to bed. If you make a really good joke, parentheses, unlikely. Can you at me in the VOD? I'm going to commit wire fraud on you. I'm going to invoice you for a lot of money and shut down your account. Mods, commit wire fraud on them.
Mods, give this person an infinite money glitch banking card and allow them to think that they can spend an infinite amount of money, but secretly the bank knows the entire time and one day we'll get his ass.
Do you think, is that the equivalent of like if you shoplift from like a grocery store and they like keep tabs on it until it hits like the felony amount and then they finally get your ass? I don't know how it works in Australia, but like in the US at least, like places like Target, like people will like use the self-checkouts to like steal, and then like the store just like watches them until it hits like I think it's like $300 to $400, and that's like a felony amount of theft, and then they get their asses arrested after then.
Just like, yeah, at the $300 to $400 amount, there's just a policeman waiting there, just some store member just waiting to press a fucking red button or something.
Pretty much. They're pretty much like keeping track of them.
What's good about that? Goodbye, Kivas.
Goodbye, Kivas.
What's good about that? What's good about that is that Target are like confident enough that they're thinking, well, if they're gonna get away with stealing one time, they'll probably think they'll get away with stealing enough times that they'll rack up $300 to $400.
Well, it's, I mean, it's because it's just true. You know, they'll definitely, many people will just come back and do it. You know, Kivas has had enough. Did he get speared? He must have been like speared or flailed or something.
Yeah, I just wish you'd get like an actual. Oh, it's a nice little.
Ooh, nice little sticky stick.
Nice little kill on the lamp. Beautiful lamp destruction there from Otto. Love that.
I will say, I did say that I thought ONSIDE was going to spread their cheeks here, or rather, Old Ocean was going to spread their cheeks, and I'm not seeing the spreading. I'm not seeing the spreading.
Well, the problem is, we thought that about yesterday as well, and then ONSIDE won.
That's true.
That's the problem. The other problem is, Old Ocean are playing BAP Weaver on the wrong map. I figured out the BAP. I think I've really understood.
Have you cracked the code?
After watching GK, I think I have.
Have you cracked the code?
After watching GK play it yesterday, early in the morning for me. I think I get how this works now, where it needs to be played, how it needs to be played, and even in some cases, how it loses as well. And so what it needs is, this is a comp that needs front-to-back gameplay.
Front to
back.
back.
For the non-League of Legends heads out there, front-to-back means I start with the front of your body, and then I work my way to your back.
Okay, and is that like ass to ass? Or like, what is it like? What exactly does this mean?
It means in a team fight, essentially, you have to work from the front line to the back line. So you have to kill the tank before you can get to the DPS and then get to the supports last.
Isn't that
front to back?
I mean, okay, I guess to be fair, that's not how all comps work, because there's dive and shit like that. So in poke,
so dive would just like bypass the front to back gameplay, and dive just accesses your back line.
So you're saying BAP Lifeweaver is extremely front to back?
It not only extremely, it requires front to back. Like if you're not in a front to back type of game, you actually kind of lose. At least I think you're susceptible to losing quite a lot. So you also, it's not only that you need a front to back matchup in the other team's matchup in terms of their comp, but you need it on the map as well, because maps also dictate how these things work.
Well, would you argue to a degree, I mean, it's not totally, but like, would you argue to a degree that this Orisa comp with the Cass is relatively front to back for ONSIDE as well? Obviously, they can rush people and they can isolate them with like spears and such, but like, isn't this still relatively front to back in terms of how it functions?
Yeah, so with the exception of Ardo, correct. So the problem is, on this type of map, it's super easy for Ardo to flank, because it's a control map. This is why I don't think you should ever play BAP Weaver here.
But can't Becky just mark him?
GK,
can't Becky just mark Otto to prevent that?
Yeah, but are you gonna spend your whole game just
if it's
one guy?
Well, if it's front to back gameplay, surely. Well, okay, Becky's dead, but you know, if they have the same understanding of the win conditions that you do, which I would think they would.
I think there's a little bit more that goes on there. I think Becky has to do more in the lobby than just watch one guy. But at the same time as well, like, Map-wise, you need like a King's Row or Circle Royale. That if you look at Circle Royale especially, it's so linear that you can't even really flank if you want to. Super hard to flank. So
Well, also it doesn't
no
matter
what.
anymore because they've already swapped. They put Jaehong on Brigida, so they've already committed off. They've already got off the comp. The comp,
Yeah,
they're done with it.
It's good because the Weaver wasn't going to work on this map. Also, I think you need the Hazard. I think the Weaver comp works way better with Hazard because you want as many bailout options as possible for the Hazard. And ideally a Genji on your team as well, so your Genji can go ham and just get bailed out by Grip and Lamp. So
Front to back is nice, but you can see more front to front. That's true. I prefer the missionary style compositions.
How about side to side?
I mean, side to side. I mean, that's more of an Ariana Grande thing.
I got that reference.
Yeah, did you?
No,
I'm glad you did. I'm glad you did. Also, we're at last fight territory here for ONSIDE to just like crush this map. I'm gonna be really upset if Old Ocean lose the ONSIDE game. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be very upset. not actually super upset, but like enough to be like, Old Ocean, come on, bro. Like,
it's alright. Becky turned around. The Bexter came around. I'll tell you what though. Pre-stage, when you look at these rosters, you probably would have expected ONSIDE to be better anyway.
you would have. That's true. But
really,
but based off what I've seen so far,
is correcting itself.
I just think that like I also think it's really funny to have a team in Korea like go to playoffs potentially if they play in Lifeweaver. I think it's exceptionally funny if Old Ocean make it into Korea and are playing Lifeweaver the whole time with Jaehong and are just being like that because there's something just so funny about having a team that like doesn't play. It's like London, you know. It's like how London Spitfire was like they only played Rush and teams they would just like you could just lose them because no one wanted to scrim them and they were the only team playing that competition, you know. I think there's something good about having a team especially in a region like Korea that like is playing the dumb stupid shit.
Also, I can tell everyone that's wondering how ONSIDE's good now. It's because Kilo is just hard. Look at this.
Yeah, Kilo actually activated.
Kilo's turned it on.
I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened to Kilo, but I'm telling you, they gave him. I think they put him in like a VR headset, and it's like showing that it's like 2022. Like it's like what year was he really good at contenders again? It was
2021.
2021. It's literally like they put him in a VR headset in like a simulated reality, and it's like he's pretending that he's still in 2021 contenders. I think ONSIDE invested into that. And
he's just genuinely the most hot and cold player that I've seen, and Hitscan already is a hot and cold role. But when he's hot, dude, this guy's on fire. Like he's actually just in shots. So yeah, Kilo's actually when he's fragging, he's unstoppable, man. This guy's incredible. So
I'm talking about hots like the love of my life who died in a tragic car incident. Well, you and ZP could talk about hots together because ZP at one point was like one of the largest Heroes of the Storm streamers. That was like ZP's claim to fame after he played like professional Tribes, like Tribes Ascend, I believe.
Do you want to know how one would be able to come across the information that ZP was one of the biggest Heroes of the Storm personalities and streamers?
How? How would you?
He'll tell you.
Yeah, that's true. To be fair, he's really good these days of not talking about his old accolades anymore. Now what he does instead is that if we're doing like a Marvin Rivals like co-stream, he'll bring up like Overwatch League shit from like 6 years ago non-stop, and I'm like, bro, these kids are all 17 and play on controllers. They have no fucking clue what you're talking about. Also, I got flamed by a 42-year-old man in the Marvel Rivals co-stream because he was like, dude, the roller players are like, how many roller players are there? And I'm like, roller? And he's like, yeah, controller. And I'm like, I have never heard anyone call a controller player a roller player. And he's like, this has been common knowledge for like 10 years. I'm like, really? Roller? I have never heard fucking roller.
Oiler, it has not been common knowledge.
I have never heard that. And
I've also never heard that.
And bro was like, okay, see, apparently that's what they also said. It's an Apex. It's apparently an Apex Legend thing. And I'm like, okay, but like, if it's just one single community that says that can't be a widespread phenomena because no one else is saying it. It's just you guys. It's just you guys in the fucking Glee Club.
Now, that being said, if you play Marvel Rivals and you don't know what a C9 is, I'm coming for your ass. I'll beat your ass down.
They do, to a degree.
Exactly. See? That's why Overwatch is the best, because even our terminology moves over to other games, whereas Apex Legends, no one knows what the fuck a roller is.
How many trackpad players? I don't think there's any trackpad, to my knowledge. There are a lot of roller players, though.
It's a popular term on console. See, that's the thing. I don't use console, so
But like, also, I
never
feel
come
like
across
I
it.
am relatively tuned in, and I have never heard most console players say this. And it seems like this phrase is coming exclusively from Apex Legends. It seems like it's a console Apex Legends thing, and then which is also now spread to Marvel Rivals. Seems Marvel Rivals also adopted this now.
You know what? The interesting phenomenon I started seeing this yesterday.
Go on.
For the first time, and maybe it's not the first time generally, but just the first time for me, because I'm only starting to see it now. I'm starting to see videos that are the opposite of where the narrative was a couple months ago. A couple months ago, it was all
We're talking about Gaming for Hope.
Overwatch is dead, Marvel Rivals is the best, and now I'm starting to see the opposite.
He didn't
now I'm
react to
starting
that.
to see,
He
wow,
didn't react to that.
Overwatch is coming back.
I really
and
want to talk
Marvel
about
Rivals
Gaming
is
for Hope.
I'm starting to see those videos come out now. Shit's changing, guys. The tide is turning.
The tide is turning, guys. They've done it. Overwatch is back on top. Oh, you know what it took? It took T1 getting #1 seed and going into stage 2 playoffs, which will happen today. Which will happen today.
I think don't you have to beat Zeta?
Well, yeah, it's gonna happen today. I predicted it.
Okay.
This is my will, and my will is final. Write this down. Write this down, the muses of our era. The muses of our era.
See, my
It's
chat's
happening.
conflicted as well. Some people are saying they play controller, they've never heard of it, and some people are saying they have heard of it and they do play controllers, so little 50-50 in there.
Super has played more Overwatch this week than Rivals, so that's nice. That's because objectively, even as someone that is like I enjoy Marvel Rivals to a degree, I still think Overwatch is by far the superior stream game to like watch people play. So Super coming back to his Overwatch roots, it's like he's finally, it's essentially like the scene when Zuko was asking in Avatar: Last Airbender, where like Zuko's like, Uncle Iroh, could you forgive me? And then his chat like embraces him, except then his chat is also calling him like stupid and gay and stuff. And like flaming him nonstop. So it's like if Uncle Iroh was like really awful in every way. Do you think any Korean OWCS teams will pick up Gaming for Hope to push into the next level? Do you know the Gaming for Hope? Do you know who this is, Avril?
No. What is that?
Okay, so I feel kind of responsible for this guy to a degree because he was kind of like this, like really, he still is. He's like this really small content creator, and at one point he was like sort of becoming a meme in like the depths of the Overwatch community, and I saw like a post about it, and I like quote tweeted it one day because he said like, hey, I'm quitting Overwatch, like the game's so unfun, I'm going pro in Marvel Rivals. In Marvin Rivals, I'm gonna go pro because like he'd been trying to he's like on the path to pro in Overwatch, and so I quote tweeted, not knowing any of the small amount of like lore behind him, and I was like, because essentially he played the game for like a year straight, and then like, and he peaked at like 3k elo, trying to make it pro, and then he's like, I'm taking my talents to a franchise that knows how to run their competitive scene, Marvel Rivals. And I'm like, okay. So I quote tweeted this, and I was like, well, like I would also probably retire from Overwatch if I hard grinded for a year and got like 3k low. I was like, I get it, you know, like I mean, but you probably shouldn't be saying that the game's really bad because like you're also just ass. And then after that, I don't know if it was me that caused it. I would like to think it's me because I'm kind of a big deal, but after that, he's kind of been blowing up where like a bunch of people are like hate watching him all the time. And also he came back from Marvel Rivals and stopped trying to go pro, and that is back to trying to go pro in Overwatch again. And it's just like this whole saga, and like
you made this guy.
I don't know if that's necessarily true, but I do find it very funny because also it's in the context of like everyone being like Marvel Rivals is such a better game, and then like 6 months later, guy that retired because he called Overwatch bad is like back to try to go pro in Overwatch, and he still like can't get out of like 3k elo. And I'm like, oh man. I'm like, man, oh man. Is this Hydron? No, it is not Hydron. It's not Hydron. You don't have to feel guilty.
By the way,
the uncoachable guys meme on him nonstop. Okay, but the difference is the uncoachable guys are cultivating a different vibe than us. I did also. Gaming for Hope literally DM'd me after I quote tweeted that post. By the way, I've literally talked to Gaming for Hope. I have literally had a conversation with Gaming for Hope, sort of. Because when I quote tweeted the initial thing months ago about him being ass and how he said Overwatch was bad and he's quitting to go pro Marvel Rivals, he DM'd me and it was like, he was like, this is so negative, like we should talk, you need to talk to me about this. And I was like, no, I'm not gonna talk to you about this because you're fucking insane. I'm the Nick Fury of finding eccentric people in the Overwatch community. No, I feel like I didn't even find it. It was like, it's that one Twitter user, Confusion, I believe. Confusion. The one, I think it was Confusion that was then also mercilessly flamed by Uncoachable. I'm pretty sure it was them. Gaming for Hope, I'll try to get Hunter kicked from SSG. Okay, maybe Gaming for Hope and I can unite. Maybe we can unite together. I'm just kidding. Kidding. Kidding.
I was gonna say, this is the thing that needs to happen for everyone to know 100% that Overwatch is definitely back in Marvel Rivals is cooked. If this one event happens, and that one event is, if Hydron comes back to Pro Overwatch, then you know Marvel Rivals is 100% cooked.
Yeah, that's fair. You see the Gaming for Hope crying baby clip? Yes, and my whole TikTok, 30% of my TikTok feed is Gaming for Hope Overwatch edits of people like putting the AI voiceover and be like, this aspiring pro father ignores his crying baby. And he's like playing like a 3.2k elo scrim and his like child is crying in the background the whole time. And it's so funny. It's like so fucking funny. Oh my god. And like the thing is, I do like kind of like I felt bad at first, but then like all the stuff came out where like he like, you know, he called Overwatch like bad and quit to go pro, and then he couldn't do pro in that game and came back, and then also he's like insanely transphobic as well. And he's like a super big like religious like right person, and I'm like, okay, this is even funnier. This is like way funnier. This is like super funny. Oh man.
We're also invested in this Diamond player's journey to professional.
Dude, it's the memes are out of this world funny. They're really, really funny. Because
I've never heard of it until now.
Well, it's like you kind of have to be in the know, you know, and I'm letting you in the know. I'm letting you in on this one.
Okay. Appreciate it. I'm in the club.
The woke left trying to stop Gaming for Hope going pro. True, true. That's true. That's so true. The difference, but I think the reason why Gamer Hope's gonna make it is that his 3.2k elo scrims where he plays Zarya and doesn't know how to hold a corner, they're doing Bible study, and I think that's the difference that most pro teams need. They need to be doing a mandatory amount of like Deuteronomy reading.
Honestly, I think I could scrim 3.2k. I think I could.
Yeah, you probably. I mean, you probably. I mean, like you literally, it's. You know, that's all. We'll end the matter on that, but I will. It's just you gotta look it up, and it's very funny. Also, Kilo's, dude. I'm gonna be so fucking mad if Old Ocean lose because Kilo just decides that it's 20. He feels like it's 2021.
Look at this guy.
He's just fucking pounding these guys.
Is Probe's meant to be insane?
Dude, I don't know. I don't know what happened to this team.
He's not in the server.
This team is just collapsing here. Like they went from like being like, oh shit, they're pulling out like these cool comps. Like, is it? I think ONSIDE are actually. I think ONSIDE have fucked them. Like, because Old Ocean banned Lucio first map, hoping they can make the Life Weaver work, and now ONSIDE just bans Juno here, and now I think Old Ocean are cooked. I think Old Ocean might be cooked here because now they've banned Juno. Because like the only thing Jayhong's gonna be able to play is like Life Weaver.
I think the comp is fine though, and again, you'd imagine at least Probe will carry.
Yeah, the comp is fine. The comp is fine, but like they're just not getting kills, and like I don't think Jayhong like Brigida is that good. Where's Proby Bryant? Dude, Proby Bryant is gone. I think it's because of all the no kings protests. They said we can't have any kings anymore, so Probe he's been nerfed.
I do enjoy this battle of former rookie shock DPS's Kilo versus Probe.
And the thing is, Probe has been really good all year. Now he's just all stage, and now he's now he's
literally invisible.
Now he's fucking invisible. You know what? Old Ocean, if you lose this, I'm sending to you to 10 10 scrims. 10 scrims with Gaming for Hope. If Old Ocean lose this. 10 scrims here. We're not quite at the Avril theorem, but... Isn't technically ONSIDE Gaming all older veteran players? Yes, but I think Jaehong's age is still, because of he's so much older than everyone, I think he still brings up the average age of Old Ocean to where it's essentially equivalent with ONSIDE Gaming, if not higher.
I think the average age without Ru Jaehong would be like early 20s.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. But Jaehong is, because the thing is like Kilo and Otto and shit, they're all like they're older pros. You know, they've been around a while. And
no, Kilo's pretty young. Otto is slightly older, yeah.
No, but I'm saying like older, and like they're older than like, you know, like Kavis and fucking Guru.
Yeah. Right.
And
right.
I still think Jaehong, because of his age, just brings, even though the Old Ocean players are on average younger, still makes their average age like way higher.
By the way, people, this shouldn't be a surprise to anyone, but Jaehong actually plays GM Korea ranked, which is very impressive. Because Korea ranked is brutal. You cannot be a bad player.
I don't think Jaehong's like obviously still a good player. Yeah. He's just in the flexibility.
So at his age to still be like, you know, in like the GM champ queue with other top tier pros in Korea ranked, it's fucking crazy actually.
Aiden underscore Wakanda Forever 2009 ask, I haven't kept up with Overwatch since Overwatch League ended. Is that the actual Jaehong or a stan? This is the actual Jaehong. He is 35 years old and playing Lifeweaver and Brigida in OWCS Korea with a bunch of 20-year-olds. So
it's a fun fact. Lep is much younger than Ru Jaehong, but has about 5 more kids than Ru Jaehong.
That's true. Is he good? He is pretty good at Juno and very good at Lifeweaver. He is not very good at Brigida and kind of washed on Ana, which is very funny.
In the grand scheme of things, he is very good because he's like GM plus in Korea ranked. But at the pro level in Korea, he's definitely a little underwhelming compared to the other pros.
Can he aim still? No, not really. But he's not bad. He's just not nearly as good as aiming as like some of the other crack flexible.
You see Kilo just hit that on a pixel? He just snuck that one through the little ring on the edge of the map. Holy shit. That was a nice shot from Kilo.
I mean, Kilo's just on it, man. I also think, like, the thing is, the other reason I'm pissed, too, is if Old Ocean loses after looking pretty decent throughout the stage, is that ONSIDE's roster, like we said, should have been decent. And now they're finally deciding to like turn it up and just fuck over Old Ocean. I mean, not fuck them over, but, you know, like crush them here after I was hoping for like an interesting, like fun Lifeweaver team to make it into the playoffs for stage 2.
Don't worry, GK is that fun Lifeweaver team.
That's fair. That's fair. Proby, we need help. Proby and Becky, we need help. It's Father's Day. Becky, father of Stalker. You've already got well, it is 122 meters, so yeah, that's tough. That's pretty tough. That is an Avril theorem in effect for sure. It's okay. Old Ocean, all they need is around approximately 114 meters.
Becky got robbed because of the lamp. Perfect tracking onto Kivis, not Kivis, onto Irony. And then at 1 HP, Irony drops the lamp.
Does Jaehong still have his pizza box? Honestly, I haven't seen the pizza box in the arena, so I don't know.
What's the pizza box?
But he used to put like a giant like wooden board over under his mouse to help elevate his wrist. In like the Overwatch League arena. I don't know if he still has that.
No, I haven't seen that. I haven't seen that at all.
Why the shit is there a 9 emote? Hit him with 9s. Mods, hit him with 9s. Hit him with the 9s. It's okay. Old Ocean, they got 5 ults. This is actually the chance for the comeback. We do it now.
You need Probe to get another pick just out of nowhere. Kilo's on his ass.
Help. Helpers. Help my Probe. Okay, they're gonna Terror Surge, that's fine, they can get out. They can all live. Everyone can live here. Jaehong has a rally. Jaehong doesn't die challenge. Jaehong not die challenge. Jaehong, please. Okay, well he threw his life away to kill the attack, but okay. Maybe Probe carries. Probe can carry.
I have a theory. I think I understand how ONSIDE Gaming have made the comeback.
Yes.
And yes, it does have to do with Kilo, but it's a little bit more nuanced than that. He's not playing Freya anymore. That's the difference. I think what it really is
so it's just putting the unks on the unks characters.
I think it's just some hit scans just can't play Freya that well.
Well, I mean,
And
but
so when you
remember
take
you
them
said
off the Freya-
Lip was like, hey, I'm not grinding Freya because it's my last year. Like, I'm just gonna play what I want. Like, do you think it's like kind of similar where like they're just like, fuck it, put him on the character they know, just put him on that. Like, why even bother?
I think Lip's been pretty good on. I don't know. I don't think I
No,
said
no,
that.
he,
It
no,
might-
no,
might
no,
come from
no,
someone
no.
else.
Lip himself said that. Lip himself said.
He did?
He said like,
Okay.
hey, like I think it was like one of their more recent losses. Not the one. It might have been the one last night, but I think it was the
Okay.
one before that. And he was like, yeah, like I haven't been playing grinding Freya because it's my last year essentially. Like he's literally got senioritis. He's like, bro, I'm just ready to graduate. Like I'm not like I'm done. But it's interesting because he was good on Freya though. You're right. He literally was good on Freya when he played it. So I don't really understand what happened.
So for Kilo, I don't think his Freya. I think ONSIDE in general were pretty rough, and Kilo's Freya wasn't looking that hot. But then he goes back to playing Cass and Soja, what he knows, and he's just frying. That's what this guy knows the best to do. Don't worry, guys. Jaehong's back on the Weaver.
He is. He has
The
the
comeback starts
Weaver.
now. The comeback starts right now.
This is so sad. I was hoping for more. I was hoping for an old ocean victory. And instead, it's on Father's Day, I thought Becky, the father of Stalker, was going to pop off, but it's actually Kilo being the father of Probe. Kilo's about to drop a happy Father's Day with, like, the pregnant SpongeBob SquarePants image and Patrick Star. You know what I'm talking about there?
I think I might have missed that one.
You might have missed that one? I think what he means is that he wasn't going to grind Freya despite not enjoying her like he normally would have. I mean, that's exactly what I said. What's the difference between what you said and I said? I would like to understand the difference. You see that T1 just rolled just 3-0 to HLE? I didn't, but now I've been put on notice. I liked it more when Boo said it. Okay, fair enough. Hey, the comeback's happening, Avril. By the way, comeback's happening right now. the Lifeweaver is actually it.
In the next 30 seconds, it'll happen. Here we go.
It might actually happen here. They're about to get a tree. They have a Terra Surge. There's a chance. There's a chance here. Wait, what's Gurm doing? Oh, he's got pulled. Of course, perfect Lifeweaver gameplay. Did you see that? Did you see that perfect Lifeweaver gameplay?
Hold his ass. Ripped his ass.
Now all I have to do is just not
Rip
die to
his-
Kilo. Don't die to Kilo challenge. Oh, good put.
Probe
Good.
is so close to getting that kill.
Oh, he can get this one, surely. Yep. They have a tree. They have a tree. Jaehong has a tree. It's all good. Jaehong has a tree. Oh, it's Pog. Help. 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 There's no heals. There's no heals. Come on. Come on, bro. Oh my god, he's dude, the tree. Look at the tree. They played the tree.
The tree was healing the whole time.
Wait,
That's
the
good
tree.
news.
The tree
bad
is
news-
so fucking clutch.
The bad news is, was the payload being stolen or not? No, they
No,
just
it wasn't.
pushed
It wasn't. Yeah,
they're good.
They're chilling. They're chilling. And so they win that. But the problem now they have double. Well, look at OnSide's ults. They have 2 support ults here. How the fuck do Old Ocean possibly win this without Becky doing
I want to
something
have
insane?
OC as well.
Becky literally just has to do something crazy here. There's just no way.
Becky just had his recall force.
Okay, Becky's had recall force, so it's already cooked. Oh,
no,
wait, he did it! He did
something
it!
insane.
He did it!
He did something insane.
Wait, Becky did it. Wait, save Jaehong. Pedal, perfect pedal, absolutely perfect pedal there.
Off the map?
No, there's no TP. He used it to save Jaehong, didn't he? Wait, he wall climbed. Oh fuck, he wall climbed. Wait, they're doing it. They're living.
Sneaky Shimada.
They're living. They're not dying. They're back. Dude, Becky killed Iron. Wait, they're not. Wait, they're doing it. Wait, the shenanigans are working.
Weaver.
Perfect
Okay.
Suzu.
Shit.
Oh,
Okay, it's
Jaehong
over.
ran into Kavis. Wait, Jaehong just fucking dashed into Kavis too. Oh, wait, maybe though.
No, it's over.
They killed
No,
Kilo.
there's no maybe.
No. There's a
no
chance. There's a
maybe.
chance. There's a chance. Here's what happens.
There's
Gurum.
no healers, brother.
No. They
There's
kill.
no
They
healers,
kill.
brother.
They kill Opener. They kill Opener. They gotta kill Squishy. They kill Squishy with the Terror Surge. Do it. Where's the new Bangara? Probe died. Okay, it's over. Okay, it's over. The hope's
I
gone.
like seeing attack fully charges Terror Surge
Hope's
and it did
gone.
no damage to Gurum. It's like a fully charged Terror Surge versus another Orisa, no damage. That sucks.
Oh, Aiden. Aiden claimed a year special. Here you go, Aiden. Take one of those. Aiden Wakanda Forever 2009. Take one of those. That was honestly, that was pretty fun. I think if they just put Jaehong on Lifeweaver the whole time, this will be a fun series. They should literally just keep playing Lifeweaver. They should just do that the rest of the series, and it'd be kind of fun, I think.
Is Life with a Ban still available?
No.
I'm not gonna lie to you. If,
I don't
if
think
they
so.
go to
Oh no, it is actually.
Circuit
No, they haven't
Royale,
banned it yet.
if they go to Circuit Royale, protect support. I think Circuit Royale ban Kiriko,
Yeah.
or actually no, Circuit Royale ban Juno.
What do they
And
ban?
then-
What do they? I guess have they? I guess they do like BAP. So yeah, maybe the Juno.
They need to protect BAP and Life Weaver. So if you ban Juno, you prevent like other types of
Yeah.
rush comps outside the Lucio BAP.
That's fair. What do
They've
they
already
ban? What do
banned
they?
Lucius,
What do
I can't
they?
do that.
What do they ban? Oh yeah, Lucio's been banned. You're right. Yeah, they can't ban Lucio.
You could
Krusty
ban
bans
Kiriko, but
Lightweaver.
I just don't see ONSIDE playing Kiriko, so
Yeah.
I think it's not a good ban. So
Yeah.
that's
Also,
how you
I don't think they
enable
can
the
ban.
Life Weaver
Well, to be fair, didn't they just ban Juno? Well, technically, it was ONSIDE banned Juno, not
Oh, yeah,
not Old
yeah.
Ocean. So Old Ocean could ban
Exactly.
Juno still. They could still do it. Becky is a guy? Surprise face? Becky's a guy? Holy shit. Norway? Wait, drop the swing chip command. Wait, swing's a girl? Avril, I feel like, do you remember, were you with us when Mitch was nearly killed with a brick in Toronto during the grand finals? Or like maybe one of the Toronto events?
No, what happened there?
Okay, well, I was trying to remember because we went back to the restaurant today where that occurred. And they, essentially that brick incident in Toronto at that restaurant was their restaurant 9/11. Because they upped like their security like massively after Uber was nearly killed by a brick.
Restaurant manager's like, my God, we nearly let a celebrity die.
Like we were on like an outside patio, and they like after like the homeless guy showed up with the brick behind like Mitch. The next time I came back there, like about I think it was like 9 months later, they had fenced in the whole outdoor patio, and they had like permanent security staff, and they still have.
So what actually happened? How did Mitch nearly get bricked? Like, did the guy walk up with a brick? Like, what happened?
No, it was a 2-stage process. He showed up first while we were sitting out at the table. It was like Uber, Harry, myself, Lemon, Necra, Art. Who else was there? I feel like there was someone else there.
Dude,
But
I just wasn't invited to this shit. Where was I?
this was Overwatch. This was like the Toronto. This was like 2022. An event that happened in
Oh, it
Toronto.
was a stage final.
Yes.
Stage final.
And
Okay.
a homeless guy walks up and he says, "Hey, like, is this your phone? Like, whose phone is this?" And they're like, "This is no one's phone." He's like, "I'm here to give you your phone. I found this phone. Give some money." And I'm like, "It's not our phone. I'm sorry." And he walks away, and then he comes back 5 minutes later with a brick, and he's like, walks up behind Uber. And then like we're like, whoa, whoa, and then like the restaurant staff all run out and like intercept him essentially. And like, hey, they're like, "Hey, can you please go? Can you please leave with the brick, Mr. Brick guy?" And then that was essentially that restaurant's 9/11. And then they put on like a whole security apparatus. They built TSA essentially for the outdoor patio. They walled it in, got security. Did ONSIDE grow hands? How are they up 2-0? Kilo has grown hands, and also Old Ocean are not getting any fucking kills, and they're not playing Lightweaver, which I think is the key to success. They also haven't a chance to play any Juno.
This, by the way,
Hello, Finera.
this is why Canada is an L for me. In a
Why?
good country like America, this wouldn't happen.
Why? What do you mean?
In Canada, people will just come up to you and brick you. Absolute L country. In America, wouldn't happen. That's why America's better.
So true. So true. You know what? Let's get him his green card. Mr. President, can we get him his green card? Can we get Avril a green card and put him into the military parade?
Yep, I'll do it. What position should I get in the parade? Should I be the trumpet guy? Is there a band? Do you have like a military band?
There were band members. We had lots of things.
Yep.
I mean,
Yep.
what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts now that we've eliminated DI pilots to be a fighter pilot with no training? Do you want to fly like an $80 million war jet?
I would love that. I actually would love that. I think I'd be really good, actually. I think I could be a great pilot.
ONSIDE has implemented mandatory Bible study sessions. Oh shit.
So if I enter the country as and I can I go into the military and fly a jet or no? Or is that reserved for like citizens because it's like too expensive hardware and they don't want to give it to potential
I'm
foreign
gonna be
actors
honest,
like me?
I don't exactly know how it works there. So that's a great question. I think also under the current administration, due to your Chinese ancestry, they might not let you do it either. So
They got good calls for that because I am a sleeper agent, so that'd actually be correct for the first time in their lives.
I
For
think
me,
they would.
they
I
would
think you
actually be
would. I
correct.
think you would show up to like the Air Force recruitment booth, and the current leadership would be like, they'd be like, "What are you, son?" And then you would describe your heritage, and they would be like, "Okay, like fighter jets aren't for you. What are your thoughts on like being in the windowless room and doing paperwork?"
What are your thoughts about being on the front line where we can keep an eye on you? Where you can do your best work. I did actually want to go to military when I was young. Out of high school, I actually wanted to go join military. Would have been a good experience.
Wait, they're doing the AI European memes. Tung 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 sahur. Do we have a Berber patapam? I see a bombardiro, crocodilo, tralalero.
Korean memes are just different.
No,
guys.
these are European memes. These are AI European memes. And the only thing they're missing is Berber patapim. What are Avril Sleeper's activation words? It's quite easy actually.
I've already been activated. What are you talking about?
Well, he has an activation and a deactivation phrase. Activation phrase, Proper did not deserve MVP. Deactivation phrase, Leave did deserve MVP.
Fuck you. Now I'm deactivated. God damn it.
Yeah, now he's deactivated. Tung Tung Sahur is Indonesian? Oh, really? I thought it was European. My bad. My bad, Indonesia. A vast nation apologizes to Indonesia. Indonesia, will you accept my apology for misappropriating your AI-generated meme? No? Okay, you can't speak for all of Indonesia.
No, bro. Okay, ONSIDE ban Lifeweaver.
Okay, it's over. It's over. They're gonna ban
Punish
Lifeweaver,
them.
surely, right? They just
Ban
banned
Lifeweaver
Lifeweaver
right now.
They just banned Lifeweaver and it's over.
Punish their asses.
Jarvis, punish their asses. Surely they just banned Lifeweaver and it's over. What?
Punish their asses.
To be fair, Old Ocean could play Juno. They still could play Juno.
Okay, well now the Sigma's banned, so now the Lifeweaver's back on board. It'd be funny if after all of this they don't play Lifeweaver, even after the perfect conditions are set.
See, if asked Coach, am ever gonna get AI brain rot memes? The thing is, I find AI brain rot memes like funny, but like on the most base level, kind of like the need to like eat food. I'm just like yeah, like it's funny, but I shouldn't encourage it. It's like when I go to like a, it's like if I go to like a fast food place. Like, I mean, I'm hungry, but I probably shouldn't be eating this. AI brain rot memes are kind of the same thing, where I'm like, I shouldn't laugh at this. I should probably try to.
Someone just sent me the Tung 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 Sahur meme. And it's 100% AI, including the voice.
No, it's all of them were. They're all AI. They're all those memes are completely AI.
Can you imagine a future generation down the line? In fact, it might just be the next generation, the way AI is going right now. They're going to be born in a world where 100% of the content in the future is going to be AI.
Yes.
All content they see is going to be from AI, and none of it's from human at all.
There is I saw a video that made me literally like I literally sat down and put my head in my hands because I saw a video of a bunch of kids watching like the baby sensory videos of the dancing fruit. Have you ever seen this before?
It's probably a good thing.
Well, pretty much there's a bunch of like baby sensory videos, but those are made by human beings. These are probably made by human beings in India, like churning out like insane amounts of slop content. Now those same Indian like content slop farms are producing like AI content at a rate that you couldn't even believe. And like I saw a bunch of children reacting to like a completely AI like generated video that's just complete and fucking utter nonsense, and it just looks like AI slop. And I'm like, oh, it's over. Like, the children they will not be able to read, write, or do math, and they will also not even know what good cinema is. Like, we're done. We're done.
I actually have a theory. If they actually grow up in silos, like they grow up in a situation where they don't have a lot of access to other kids to be friends with and talk to, and all they see is AI, they're gonna develop an AI accent. They're gonna start talking like the AI voices too.
What up, Kelp? Yeah, I could see it. They said they have the AI accent. That could actually be really, really funny.
And then when the kids eventually do talk to each other, they all talk in the AI accent to each other, and they reinforce it.
We should test this, dude. Chat, does anyone in chat have children? Gaming for Hope, are you here? Do you have your kid? Is your kid available to get raised by AI educational videos until the age of 18?
At left, are you here?
At
How are
left.
your kids doing?
At left. One of your 4 children at left. Could you? Are you willing to put them into a study? Wait a minute, Proby's activating. There's a chance. There's a chance. Maybe there's hope.
You know why? Want to know why? It's because Kilo's decided to play Freya now.
He's playing Freya, yeah. No! Probe's dead. Probe is gaming for Hope, and the Hope is dead.
Unethical AI prison study. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
Let's
Wait,
do
are they gonna kill? Wait, are they gonna
AI?
kill Gurum? By the way, Gurum's been sitting on point this entire time. ONSIDE literally didn't kill a single like. That was like a Terra Surge fucking. Wait, the lamp? He fucked it up. Jaehong fucked up the lamp. Did you see the lamp? Did you see the lamp?
It's a victory lamp. That's a celebration lamp. He hasn't played BAP in a while. Gurum played that shit perfectly though.
I mean, well, also
everyone,
ONSIDE, but also
by...
ONSIDE just fucked up. Like Gurum was on point the entire time. And they were chasing like frags in the back. Like Gurum was just sitting on point, and they went and chased off point, and then Gurum stayed alive long enough to get the Terra Surge so they could do that play with the fucking Captain Sun.
You know what? I'll do it. I'll do the unethical AI study. If anyone wants to donate their kids so I can unethically use AI to study them.
I mean, that's. I don't think you can be like, I'm gonna do the study and then be like, okay, donate me your children. I feel like that's not like you're not doing the hard part. The hard part is like getting the kid, not doing the study.
That's why I'm asking for donations. Because I don't want to have to wait 9 months. I don't want to have to like do it the manual way. You know what I'm saying?
Do it the manual way.
I'm trying to cut corners. I'm trying to cut corners and take shortcuts here.
Oh fuck, dude. Olosha could actually hold this, by the way. They could actually first hold this, and we could get into a toilet bowl situation very quickly, Admiral. Like, if they hold this on the corner, we could actually be entering a very swift toilet bowl situation.
It's okay. Kilo swapped over to Soja now. It's over.
Oh, do you think it's over now? Kilo's
He swapped
isolated.
over the hero. He knows how to play.
Help, Jaehong.
Oh, big explosion.
Oh,
big
lamp.
Explosion.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, Irony. Would you rather get testicular torsion or have to birth a baby? I think I would rather get testicular torsion. If I'm being honest. Ladies, this one's in support of you. This one's in support of the women.
What about if you birthed a small child?
A small, like, what do you mean? Like a kidney stone sized child?
I'm just
like
saying,
how small?
Like, kids are born at different sizes. You know, you have big babies.
Yeah, but I mean, they're not that big of a difference typically. The range isn't that big unless there's something wrong. I think
a twin's easier to birth because each twin is like technically smaller, right?
Is that true? Or, I mean, I guess, but
well,
the thing is,
they can't both be the same like big size. Otherwise, your stomach wouldn't be big enough to hold that shit.
But I think it is. I think you're underestimating the elasticity of like the skin and womb.
Okay, explain quadruplets then.
What do you mean explain? There's 4 of them.
Burst open?
No,
yeah,
man.
But you can't fit all of them in there unless they're all smaller.
I don't think that's true. I think
it is true.
I don't think so. I don't think I don't think the more kids you have in there, the smaller they get. I think they're all the same size, and the lady is just really big. Like, I'm pretty sure you're just really big.
Okay, think about how big your stomach is with one child. Now times that by 4. That's just like, that's impossible. Like, if you were right, that would be impossible.
I think they're just you know how like when you like have to pack all of your clothes into a carry-on because you don't want to get a checked bag, and it's still the same amount of size. It's just really packed in there. I think it's the same concept. I think they've done the same thing with fetuses.
All my fetuses, they're just really tightly packed in there.
Like, I think they just kind of like did like the vacuum seal.
Pina says I'm right. See, look at that.
Really?
Got him.
They make the babies are smaller. They put them in like they make the fetuses smaller, the fetus eye Miami. That's crazy.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
I did not know that was the case.
You can. So it's better if you're gonna give birth. Pray that you're having quadruplets.
Well, I don't know.
Each one is gonna be smaller.
But I mean, I feel like, but the thing is, okay, yes, they're smaller, but like technically you have to pass more, right? So like, is that better or worse? Do we have any pregnant women in chat that have given birth? Do you have any tips? Do you have any tips or like advice on this one?
Anyone in chat giving birth to triplets or quadruplets? Let us know.
Anyone? Yeah, if you can give your thoughts on this. Because they're fighting for the same nutrients, they're typically smaller. So are you saying that triplets and like twins and stuff are like they're like the original capitalists, like they're capitalists from the womb because they're like there's no handouts? They're all competing for the same resources. Only the strongest survives. That's actually alpha.
I'm sure there are some animals out there that like literally compete in the womb.
Well, technically, I think the twins do because like there are all the stories all the time of twins absorbing each other in the womb. Like the one twin eats the other, like not with their, not physically, but like they absorb it.
I made that joke once, and the guy did not find it funny. Context is even better.
What do you mean the guy didn't find it funny? What guy?
So I used to, fun fact, in my old life, I used to work a semi-corpo job in middle management for a large restaurant chain that only exists in New Zealand, so not some shit like McDonald's. And I was at like some corporate party. I believe it was like some corporate party kind of thing. And one of the bosses ahead of me, he was like a couple levels ahead of me. He made a comment. Mind you, this is the first time I'd actually talked to him. He knows who I am, I know who he is, but we just never spoke to each other because we don't like work with each other at all. He goes up to me, he goes, "You're like a really big guy." Because I'm like,
you're tall, yeah, you're tall, yeah.
I'm just like a larger dude.
Yeah, you're just a big guy, yeah.
And I made a joke about that. And my joke about the twin thing was like, yeah, it's because I ate my twin in the womb, and he came in the most stone cold look I've ever seen in my life.
What?
Fucking daggers staring at me. I'm not joking when I say he held a pause for, I want to say, about 4 seconds, but it felt like a lifetime. And then, like, I'm trying to remember what he said.
They did weird champ Avril IRL.
He held the most weird stare at me. Like, I just said the most heinous thing he had ever heard.
What if he was like, what if he's like really pro-life and you like offended him?
I think, what did he say? He said some shit like, "Why would you do that?" Or I don't know, some crap like that.
Why would you do that? Well, even if you did do it, like, why, like, how? Well, you don't control that. Even if you did, you don't control that.
I had to explain to him. I was like, "Oh no, I'm just joking, dude." Like, I had to like fully, like, explain my position because I'm like, this dude's like higher in the chain than I am.
Well, Matt, what was he thinking? Your boss was like, "Murderer, you fucking scumbag."
He was like several levels ahead of me. Walks up to me randomly, says, "You're a big guy." My response is to joke to him. It's like that meme of like, you go to your parents, you meet your girlfriend's parents for the first time. The dad sits down with you, puts down their handgun. The autism activist, you put down your gun as well. That kind of shit happening.
Why are you green text posting? You're just actually green text posting.
No, but it's that same thing. It's like, yeah, I don't know. I just decided to make a joke out of it, and he didn't find it funny at all. In fact, he was really fucking offended for some reason. So, that was a good one.
That's a good story. That's a good story.
Some good middle management corpo experience.
It's not the same. Another good work story for me, but that's not the same level of absorbing my twin. But one time when because essentially I have been ruined by GPS and I can't navigate via, like, when I first started driving, I didn't know any street names in my city for the most part because I like never worried about it. And so I was working at Staples when I was like 17 years old, and a customer called being like, "Hey, are you the Staples by like this highway?" And I didn't know like any of the highways still, and I only use GPS to go everywhere. So I said, "Sir, I don't know if we're by this highway." And he's like, "Oh no, but it's like right here. Like this is you." And I'm like, "I have no idea. Like I don't think that's us." Like, and then he literally, I heard the guy be like sigh extremely loudly and say like, I'm gonna have to like think on this and call back later. And I don't even know what that's supposed to be like, because I just didn't know. I didn't know the streets around my store. And he's like, I'm like, I have to think on this. And I'm like, I don't know. What do you mean you have to think on this? Like, can't you just like check Google Maps? You said you were new to the city? Maybe. New Junk City? New to Junk City? I don't know. I'm just stimming right now, guys. I'm sorry. Attack just died to a fucking turret. Avast should have said that for you. That's true.
That was also the first and last time I spoke to that guy.
That's good. That's good.
And we both continued working in the same company for like another year. And we But again, I didn't have to work with him, so it's whatever. But it's just
yeah, honestly, that's a good line. That's a really good line. And the fact that you got weird champed, I'm on your side on this story. I'm on your side.
Yeah, I'm a big guy because I ate my twin in the womb, so that's
a good line.
Their power and became
also,
light.
I thought
clever.
Oceanic people can banter too. Where was the banter? Where was the banter?
I found the least funny person in OCE apparently. Oh shit.
That's fucked up, bro. That's cannibalism. Twin that absorbs the other twin in the room, and when he's born, the police are waiting for him. Book him, boys. Book him, boys. Dude, we got this sick fuck.
You could hear a
we
pin
got
drop.
this sick fuck.
You could genuinely hear crickets and a pin drop. It was that fucking quiet. I was like, oh wow, this is how awkward it is. Shit.
This fucking freak. Put him away for life. The 1 second old fetus, like they're burping for the first time. Put him into the baby. Put him into the baby like prison. Yeah,
yeah. The baby.
Yeah, he ate the other baby. Yeah, exactly. Take his jacket. Me, the fucking cops, like the cops, like going to the doctors that are doing the circumcision. Take his jacket. Take his jacket. Take his fucking jacket. Get him out of here. Oh man. I step out for a few minutes. You're still on the twin topic. I mean, it's a good topic, honestly. It's a good topic. And also, it looks like Old Ocean might actually just like win this map here because because Probe has decided to learn to remember how to play the game, which is very big. For them.
You want to know why?
Kilo's playing. Yeah, Kilo's playing Freya. Yeah, but to be fair, he played Sojourn on the offense. He did play Sojourn on the offense.
Like the Alaris are doing it today. Both the Alaris.
They are. They're making it happen. Hey, Wise Gurm here. This is a certified Old Ocean co-stream moment. That's fair. That's true. Do you think with CRISPR gene editing, like making its way through the rounds, where you can like, you know, essentially like build your like custom Nike sneaker of like a child and like put it whatever like color and like the, you know, if they're resistant to diseases and stuff, do you think you could like edit out the foreskin if you had like a male baby
specifically?
Yeah. You could just edit it out.
What if you could you do the opposite and edit
and made it larger?
In?
You probably could. You could probably.
What I would do is I would just edit it so that my future wife had quadruplets, so the birth can be easier. But it would be multiplied by 4, of course. But really, it's just so I could like expedite the process because I don't want to wait to do this shit 4 times. I just want to get it all done.
Just get it all done in one go.
Once, you know?
Just one go. Yeah. Just it's a bulk order. It's like when you go to Costco. You just like you're saving some money by getting 3 months of paper towels.
I don't want to queue up the production like Terran, like Marines and shit. I want to do the shit like Protoss and just make 4 at the same time. You know what I'm saying?
Fair.
That's a StarCraft reference.
Fair. Dude, really good. Dude, I'm glad you let him know. I'm glad you let him know about that. They have to touch. Who's touching? Okay, it's over. They got the map. Okay, well they've done it. Proby goes to fucking Freya and Kilo plays Freya and they lose. Thoughts? We already know.
I mock babies.
I don't think the foreskin is determined by genes. I don't think that's true. I think the foreskin is definitely determined by genes. Because how else would the body know how to make the foreskin without the genetic information to tell your cells to make the skin?
Cells within cells until like this is I have another fun twin fact. My mum is a twin. My mum and my aunt are twins.
Did one of them eat the other, or like perhaps a third twin?
No, but they do have a brother. Anyway, it's interesting because we like left China so young that I didn't really see my extended family until I was a bit older. So believe me, the first time I remember like meeting my aunt, I was like, holy shit, that's my mom. They looked identical. They sounded identical. It's like I didn't. It's like I went to China. I was like, oh, my mum's just already here waiting for me. It's crazy. It was the most mind-blowing shit in my life because I'd never seen them together either. So it just looked like she just teleported to another country while I had to fly there.
I could imagine that being confusing.
Because they're like identical.
I feel like that's the thing with babies in general. If their parent has like have twins, essentially, like if their parent are twins, I should say, like when the baby meets them for the first time. I feel like if I were to have children, I feel like they'd be confused too if they ever put me in the room with like another like really handsome, like extremely talented guy. They'd be like, holy shit, it's the same guy. Like, who is it? Like, you know, like that's why I'm not gonna have kids, because I feel like my children would be confused that like I'm so similar to so many handsome and talented guys, and they would be really confused all the time. So
if you were a twin and you got with another like separate twin and you had a child with them,
yeah,
would your chance of having twins like double? Would you have quadruplets? Like, is it like 2 times 2 equals 4?
I mean, I imagine it probably goes up to a degree. I imagine it probably might go up. I mean, you might get a set bonus, like where you have like
oh, shit.
Yeah,
true.
You might get a set bonus if it's like a twin with a twin
Damn.
having a baby, and you have twins. Like you complete the fucking full set. You know, like you have like you have to get some stat bonuses. God will punish you on Judgment Day. That's not a reasonable response to this conversation. That's not a reasonable response. Avril probably has a cousin that looks just like him in China, like Hank Hill's Asian brother. Well, that wouldn't make sense. But also that doesn't make sense because Hank Hill is white and then his cousin is Asian. Avril's cousin in this sense would have to be a white guy in China for the thing to make sense.
So I've met my cousin who is like my aunt who's the twin of my mother. Their son, my cousin, I've met that guy. He looks nothing like me. Probably because his father is different to my father.
Mm-hmm.
That
would make sense.
What would be funny? What would be funny? So, because I know these twin couples exist, where there's 2 dude twins and 2 women twins, and they get together. Now, if they have kids, first of all, genetically, I'm pretty sure their kids are genetically like half siblings. But like, if they have kids and they both have sons, do they just look exactly like each other or what? Because both the parents are identical. You have identical like pairs of parents, right?
What? Wait, whoa! Walk me through this again. Like, walk me through this again. What the hell are you saying?
I'm saying like.
So.
What do you mean? What am I saying?
No. I want you to read because it sounds. My brain. I'm very tired, Avril. Okay, I didn't get a lot of sleep, and then I went out to like a fucking nerd bar where it's like essentially Nerd Rainforest Cafe, and like you order drinks and like sound effects play and shit like that. And it's like an interactive experience. So I've also had like a couple drinks, not a lot, but a couple. So when you say I need you to run the scenario, Tamika, so are you saying that 2 twins are getting?
It's fine. I've already been debunked. B-Emoji's right. If that were true, all siblings would be twins, and that's no, I'm wrong already. That's
fine. There we go.
No, what I'm basically saying is like if you had 2 sets of twins who became like two guys who are twins, 2 women who are twins,
yes,
and each set got with each other and became a couple and had a child,
yes,
and they both had a son.
Yes.
Would those 2 sons basically be twins because their parents are identical? But then I realized, as the chat said, that's the same as just having a sibling.
Yes.
Because your parents not all siblings. I get it. I fully get it.
Nerd Rainforest Cafe, yes. Nerd Rainforest Cafe. You order like drinks and shit, and it comes in like they play like sounds and change the lights of the bar, and then they like there's like a whole interactive like ARG element, and you also could like. You also can like roll for the burger you want. You get like a D20 and you like roll for the ingredients if you do so once.
That's kind of cringe. I'm gonna lie, that got too nerdy for me.
You can also do it for shots. You can also do it for shots as well. I was kind of like RPing. I was RPing, so like I would roll, and then like if I didn't get the roll I wanted, well, it's like I have to take like -4 for my intelligence modifier, and I would like take away like 4 from that, and then I'd get the right drink.
You know what you should do at the end? You get to the end, you pay your check, and you be like, I'm gonna roll for
I'm gonna roll for check. Roll for check. I'm gonna roll for the check.
I'm gonna roll, and depending on what I get between 1 and 20 is how much I'm gonna pay you.
Roll to intimidate. I roll for initiative here to see if I can get out the door for the dine and dash faster. I roll for the initiative. Try to go first. I don't want the RNG burger. Well, I mean, like, also, you have the option to not abide by the rules. It's not like an ironclad contract. It's not like you're going to Ursula and, like, signing the fucking blood pact. You could modify your burger.
This is a D&D restaurant, then?
No,
is what I'm
that's
hearing.
just one component of it. There's, like, it's got all sorts of shit. Like, the drinks are named all sorts of things. The different, like, interactive events can be, like, they range from, like, Marvel to, like, Doctor Who type of shit. It's just a nerd bar. You can essentially get whatever you want. Do they have a 9/11 drink? Well, I want you to ask, how does 9/11 relate to nerd culture? I want you to tell me how exactly that fits in. Is this like the what, terrorism cinematic universe? Like the extended terrorism cinematic universe here? Like, I don't...
So here it is. The 9/11 drink is you get given 2 bear towers, but as soon as they get placed on your table, they both get knocked over very quickly.
Well, like, but so what, the beer's just gonna spill everywhere?
Yes, correct. It spills everywhere, yeah.
I feel like a better concept for that would be like, it's got a, like the beers are like on a plate with like like, you know, like a funnel or like a drain at the end, and you spill the beers by hitting it with like 2 shots, or like dropping like 2 shots into it, and then all the liquid flows to like the drain, and you stand underneath it and drink it. Thoughts on that?
That was a little tedious, but I'll give it to you.
Well, I mean, the whole thing's tedious. It's a gimmick. It's a gimmick.
I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you.
Okay, speaking of a gimmick, I need to get my slop as well. Hold down the fort here.
I bought some slop.
Dude, I'm
Today
proud of
I
you.
purchased more.
Was it Coke Zero, of course? It better have been Coke Zero. Or was it Pepsi Zero?
So
Pepsi Zero.
It was Coke Zero, but there was only one Coke Zero, no caffeine. The other ones were just normal Coke Zeros.
It's hard. It's hard to... What do you mean? The other, like you got one case of it, or you bought a single can of Coke Zeros or caffeine?
No, I bought 3, and I buy them in bottles.
Oh, you buy a
I don't buy
bottle?
cans, I buy
Like
them
a
in bottles.
2-liter?
No, they don't. We don't have 2 liters in Australia. We have 1.25 and then 2.5.
So you got a 2.5 liter?
No, I got a 1.25. I got 3 1.25s.
Should have gone the larger one, buddy. Should have gone the larger one.
Also, check this out. You look at that chat. My Coke Zero says the girls on it. Fun fact, I am the girls in question. That's me.
Ah. Oh, I'm back. What do I miss? So Tracer got banned, and they banned fucking Brigitte. Crack this open. Oh.
Oh, by the way, I don't know why I found this so funny. The funniest shit happened during the GK Nightmare game.
Yes.
Just in an extremely tense moment. You know, Jaws is casting with Johnny, and Jack is building up to this really intense moment that's happening in the game. And then, in this, I swear to you, in this one moment of silence, you just hear a single woof, and it's just Suri in the background, like, so, it's a little bit farther away in a different room, just doing the loudest fucking bark, breaking the tension. It's fucking Johnny's dog just barking. Just one singular bark. The timing of it was just so good.
Was this like the map 5?
I can't remember what map it was in, but I just remember just the timing was incredible. Just Siri just randomly barking. One singular bark as well.
Holy fuck, Becky just got deleted. Where's the Lifeweaver? I mean, your guess is as good as mine.
It's not good on this map.
They should force it. They should force it all the same because it's funny. They should force it because it's funny. As everyone knows, all things that are funny, they never go out of style. If it's funny, you can make it work.
Then again, the Larry Bap is weird here as well, and they're just doing it. They're playing the turret composition, but they don't have a torp. You know what they should do? They could replace the Freya with a torp, and they have a full turret composition.
Oh, true. Which, to be fair, we have seen a lot of teams play. Junkrat is funny, but no
And
one
then
plays him. Junkrat's not funny. I'm gonna be honest. Junkrat's not funny. He's not.
And then you pick the shield perk on Orisa, which by the way, a lot of NA and EU players are starting to do now.
They are loving the shield perk. I have been seeing that, where the Orisa shield perk has been getting a lot of love recently. Yes, he is.
All the deployables.
No, he's funny as like a concept, but the thing is, funny heroes, what makes a hero funny is that it's not good. And it's also not annoying to play against. Junkrat is... Lifeweaver's funny because it's not good and it's annoying for your team to play with, while Junkrat is not good, but he's annoying to play against. So that's why Junkrat's not funny. A funny hero has to be... That needs to be picked as one that your team hates to play with and is annoying for your team to play with. And is also not good, I should say.
That describes Junkrat perfectly.
No, because Junkrat's annoying for the other team, but also not good. While Lifeweaver is annoying for your team, while also not good. You see what I'm saying there?
But not annoying for the other team.
No, well, Junkrat is annoying. No, it's the inverse. Junkrat is annoying for the enemy team, while being not good. Yes. Lifeweaver is not annoying to the enemy team. He's only annoying, or they're only annoying to your team.
When I'm trying to get a kill, and this guy grips the target that I'm killing, it is quite annoying. Motherfucker from downrange just grips the guy I'm fighting against. Come on now. Goddamn grippers.
Tree of Life is annoying? Yeah, that's a good point. Tree of Life is annoying. You got me there. You got me there for sure. Blade? A little... Wait, Blade? Down? Wait, Kavis? Becky? Imagine... Dude, I really don't want to see it. I'm not going to lie, I don't want to see a toilet bowl, but it would look like we might get a toilet bowl.
It'll be a quality one, though. It's a high-quality toilet bowl.
It could be a high-quality toilet... But the thing is, that's not what I want out of a toilet bowl. If I'm going to be honest with you, I don't want a toilet bowl to be high quality. It's kind of the same vein of, like...
You want it to be complete ass.
Yeah, I want it to be ass. I want it to be ass. I don't want to... Because a high-quality toilet bowl is barely a toilet bowl at that point. It's just like... It's more of like a... It's like a fancy toilet bowl. How to bust out the alcohol? No. I've already had drinks. I didn't have good enough sleep. My ass is... Also, there's no alcohol in this apartment.
This is why I was always sad that we never got... I think it was... what year was it? 2021, probably. We never got the Chinese LA Valiant. The one with Silver Arena versus... Who was the worst team in NA? Vancouver that year?
2020... Was it 2021, right? That would have been Vancouver,
it was Vancouver, right?
I think that was Vancouver.
We never got the Valiant versus Vancouver match. Which
well, you could have gotten the Breadsticks match between Valiant. That would have been a banger. Is like the Breadsticks match with fucking Valiant.
Vancouver versus Valiant.
That would have been a hardcore banger.
Even on ping, that match would have been worth it to watch.
I fear we'll never beat the boss using toilet bowl. Very true.
I don't think I told you about this. I had an idea for a global toilet bowl LAN where I'm tired of seeing international LANs and majors where the best teams in the world go. I want to see one with the worst teams.
Is that not just LCQ?
No, because Falcon's about to go to LCQ and they're a good team. So what I'm saying is, I want one. So say for example, you're Dilducks, or Super, or fucking Frosttails or some shit, and you lose, you get relegated. You're bottom 2 in your region. I want to invite every single bottom 2 team in their respective regions to an international LAN for the purpose of an international toilet bowl. And I think it would be cinema. I think it would be.
That could be fun.
So I want to see who the worst is.
That could be fun.
We all want to see who the best is, but we don't know the best is Korea. I want to see who the worst. I want to know who the worst region is.
Honestly, I like the idea. I really do like the idea. What would the tournament be called though?
The Super Toilet Bowl.
The Super Toilet Bowl. You know, direct to the point. I feel like you're cooking there a little bit. I feel like you might be cooking. What if the ass off? The ass off.
Ass off.
The welcome to the $1 million ass off.
I can tell you right now, that would be the most embarrassing tournament to lose. I know everyone fights for their life.
Yeah.
Like the internationals that we have, you would fucking fight for your life.
If you went out first at the ass off, it would be really bad.
You do not want to be the worst team at the
if you are the most ass at the ass off, I mean that's tough. That's real tough.
You're officially the worst OWCS team in the world if you lose at the ass off.
That would be real tough. If you lost first at the ass off.
Oh shit. And yes, it will be double elim, and I'm gonna create an extra game just for the 2 teams that are eliminated first to play each other, see who really is the worst.
Oh, that actually is a good point. Like, that's a very good suggestion. Teams, if they win a match, they're eliminated. Like,
so
only
only
teams that
losing
lose
teams
will progress. Yes. Only teams that lose will progress to be crowned the worst. That's a good one. That's really good. What did you just int 24/7? No, and here's why.
No,
Here's why you wouldn't
we're
int.
trying to win.
Because if you win, you get prize money. If you lose, you don't. So essentially, it's like a long tournament to where whoever actually ends up being the most ass, they've played the entire time and got no money. Like, if you make it to the final day, you get no money whatsoever. You get, like, as the tournament progresses.
If you're good and you win, you just get paid the most. You're done. You're good. You're good to go. But if you keep losing, you get less money. Yeah. And you'll crown the worst team in the world.
Yes. Like, you're actually just get your dick flattened. Dude, I can't believe ONSIDE fucking... I'm so bad about this. Like, Old Ocean could have been my Lifeweaver team. They could have been my Lifeweaver team. But instead, Kilo decided to be activated. Like a bunch of fucking charcoal. An activated charcoal Kilo moment. Yeah, points. Okay, insider knowledge, Andy. Now we can get to the real match. Dude, ONSIDE Predators are gonna get some fat stacks. There's some fat stacks here. Alright, T1 Zeta. This is what we've been waiting for. This is where boys become men. Zeta. ONSIDE even has won more games than LCQ in the regular season? Well, yeah, because they've won one match. They've won a match. So, yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong there. Dude, that's such a good idea. I love the ass off. I love the ass off.
See?
Well, especially if we do the rules where if you lose you progress and if you win you're done. Like, I think that's such a good. And then if you make it the final day and you lose, you like don't get any money. That's so good. I think that's such. Get any money
and you're the worst.
I think that's a banger tournament.
Oh my god, man! Well, I gotta fund this shit. We gotta fund this somehow.
Well, I mean, Coinbase sponsored the American Military Parade. Do you think they'd sponsor the ass off? Do you think we get Coinbase to do it? Do you think they'd do the ass off? Do you think if we like, if we launched a token too called Ass Coin?
It's funny that with this thing happening, you basically have a system where like top 2 teams in your region go to a major.
What's up,
bottom 2 teams go to the ass off, and everyone in the middle doesn't go anywhere. So you lose the hardest if you become a mid-tier team. Mid-tier teams.
That's good to hear.
You get no events.
Hope they die.
Finally made it to a stream again. I finished moving away from an abuser.
That's very good for you, boy. I'm glad you've moved, and I hope they die. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that. Am I allowed to say that? But I think teams would do it. People are saying, why would teams do it? And here's the reason. Teams would do it because the prize money would be really high. So if you win your first match, you get a shit ton of prize money. And like essentially it's like decreasing like value. Like you can still get a lot of prize money even if you may go to like the second round or the third round. Like we'll have money still. It's just you want to win as early as possible. Because if you don't win, your prize money keeps going down. So the incentive is there to just like try to win because you'll get instant prize money. I think that's how we get teams to participate for this. Because they could win money if they just win a match.
It's also a LAN. People just want to go to LANs.
And obviously we'd pay for accommodation because I think we have to pay for accommodation and such, of course.
This just sounds really expensive. You'd have to pay for a bunch of people to go to a LAN all over the world.
Yeah, man. Why do you think the LCQ is not paying for people? Why do you think the actual LCQ is not paying for people?
How about instead of I'm gonna pitch this to EWC. How about instead of doing LCQ, they just sponsor an ass off tournament?
Wait. Think with Prime. It has to be somewhere like really bad too. It needs to be like I think Ohio is a good shout out. I think Ohio is a pretty good shout out. I also would be down.
Bad? Like,
yeah, I mean people don't like Ohio. I think a better one, if we're gonna do the states, a better place would be like Nebraska. Like a really fucked up state. Like a state that no one goes to. Would be like Nebraska or like South Dakota or something. Like that would be a good one.
Here, this is the worst one. And even worse than that would be Canada. So we can just go to Canada.
Oh, but no, it has to. No, but it has to. No. It's got to be Canada, but it's got to be like a shitty province. It's got to be like Alberta. We got to go to Alberta. We have to take this shit to Alberta, Canada.
We're gonna go somewhere where it's easy to get people visas. So Alberta, Saskatchewan.
And then
actually, you know what? We'll host in Korea.
We have to pick just like a bad. We have to pick a bad place. If we do it in Germany, I know the perfect place again. Krefeld, Germany, where they did Atlantic Showdown. Krefeld, Germany, take it back there. That's a Resident Evil village. Pretty much any European town that's like a Resident Evil village, that would be perfect if we did a European stop for the ass off.
This fucking comment in my chat: host in Korea, but North Korea. Fuck. Oh god.
I don't think they'd want that for their tourism. I don't think they'd want that for their tourism board. I think what country's gonna be like, we're hosting the ass off? Like, this is really like, we're hosting the prestigious ass off. I don't think any country wants that. Take it to Manchester, UK? Is that the worst place you could take it in the UK, truly? What about Essex? What about Essex, UK?
We're taking the shit to the Isle of Man.
The Isle of Man. Kazakhstan? I don't know. I don't know if to comment on that. I don't know if to comment on that. I'm simply saying, you know, it has to be somewhere that's gonna live up to the place. It have to live up to the standard. It's time to bring Overwatch into Mongolia. They're already into CS. But the thing is,
actually, they have Mongolian lands in CS.
Yeah, but the thing is like, but that would be me essentially implying Mongolia as a shitty country, which I'm like, I have no problem with Mongolia. What has Mongolia done? They really haven't done anything to us for like 1,000. Well, they really haven't done anything since like Genghis Khan. You know, they were pretty bad. Don't get me wrong. Genghis Khan and those guys, they were kind of, you know, they were kind of bad. But they haven't really done anything since then. Shitterton? Yeah, Shitterton on the Piddle would be fun. They weren't that bad. Didn't they kill like so many people that it reduced the like amount of like carbon dioxide and biomass on the planet by like 20%?
You know what? We're just gonna host in Australia because Australia doesn't get enough events. We don't have any lands here. We're just gonna host it here. Everyone can fly around the world to come to the great ass off in Australia.
What's a good town in Australia to take it to?
We'll go to Tasmania. I've never been to
Tasmania, huh?
The little tiny triangle off the coast of the mainland. You don't even get to go to the mainland of Australia. You have to go to the tiny little island off the coast.
Don't get me started on Mongolia, okay? If I didn't realize we had people really pissed about Mongolia still, huh?
I got it. I'm gonna host it. We're gonna host it in the esports pyramid in the Luxor, and the losing team can be entombed in there.
They're entombed in the pyramid? That's true. But I feel like that's unfair because Faker's being put in the pyramid. Like, are we really gonna put him next to that?
No. Faker gets like the deluxe entombment.
Ah, okay.
Because the losing team, the ass off, can get like the economy class version, you know? Okay. After this Kilo performance, would you rate him above Violet in terms of hit scans who played for the Shock? Yeah, I would. I mean, yeah, I would probably have him over that before this performance. To be honest, I'd probably have him before that even. But he's definitely locked in now. Do you think if teams knew they were definitely not going to make it to an international major and they're like a middle of the pack team, they would start throwing and inting on purpose to lose enough to make it to the ass off?
Well, I mean, that just adds an extra layer of complexity to the global circuit, does it not?
Yeah, it's like we might as well just start throwing so we can go to this land instead of the other one.
Because then also the other thing is like all the other teams that aren't sure they're gonna make playoffs, are they gonna also start to int to try to make the ass off? Like if you're right on the edge, right? Like if you're like, oh shit, we have like a 50-50 win rate essentially and our map differential's not very good, like we have to throw. But then like you have another team, like if you're an OWCS Korea, we could have a situation where like 5-6 teams are like inting to try to make the ass off.
We're describing the Rock versus Blade match from OWCS China, where they were both trying to lose so that they could like dodge Weibo Gaming in stage 1.
What if the prize money for the ass off is greater than the majors? Well, we can't have the ass off be that much money because then it leaches away too much value from the actual competitive events. The ass off has to have like, let's say like, what's our average major prize pool? Our average prize money. Let's just assume like just the ratio here would be like your average big event. Not saying this because I can't remember what it is for Overwatch right now, but like let's just say if your average major event is like cooking with like 300k. I don't think that's necessarily true. The ass off would have like be like 150. It'd have to be like half, like 150.
The ass off, the prize pool is you win a number 4 meal with large fries and large drink at Five Guys. Those are expensive, so you know it's a good price.
I just remembered, if our tier awake, how is her Twitter still verified to the Mayhem? Because Misfits, the company, is still paying for the verified checkmark, despite the fact that the company is essentially dead. Why are they doing that? Couldn't tell you. Don't really know why, but they were doing it.
The only ass off I want to see is your ass off the screen.
Okay. Jeff 40, thank you for the prime. Don't plus 2 that. Don't plus 2 that. We're wasting valuable Scrandle connections time. You're right, actually. We are wasting valuable Scrandle time.
Also, the ass off will be the only tournament where the casters are allowed to swear and say, "Holy shit, this is so ass."
They would literally just be able to be like, "Holy fuck, what are we watching?"
The only ass off I want to see is your ass off the screen.
My cam here. Do a little Scrandle action. Hey, the churrasquito from Guatemala. Beef with churros with churro sauce, sweet onions, black beans, tortilla. £1.50. Holy shit, looks good. Not gonna lie. Versus the crispy sausage and chips, the sausage that looks like a dick. Fuck you. Give me that. I hate you, British people. I hate you, Europeans. I hate you, Europeans. I hate you so much. Sorry. That doesn't go to all Europeans in chat. Just the ones that vote in Scrandle. Akarashi. Fried bean dumpling with shrimp, vatapa, and peppers. The Capital Girls League from England mac and cheese ball. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. The Akarashi from Brazil looks better. I would eat the shit out of this. Oh my god, they got it right. Let's see. The Cour de Canard Duck Heart from Toulouse versus Airbus UK
until the
cheeseburger.
9th hint for me to finally get an answer on my crossword.
I think it's double cheeseburger.
First 8, no clue.
That's what it's all about, baby. That's what it's all about. Malang meatball. £2.50 from Jakarta. I know Indonesia, we have our beef before, but I don't know how I feel about this. The Jockey Whopper. Jockey Whopper burger. 3 burgers, 3 bacon, 3 sausages, 3 cheese slices. £9. I know what they're picking, man. I know what they're picking. They're picking the fucking Jockey Whopper. They're picking the Jockey Whopper. They're doing it. I know they are. I know they are. I know they're going for it. The Tropero, rice, beans, pork loin, fried egg, collard greens, tomato. Looks good as fuck. Not gonna lie. Chocolate and nut-covered banana. Also looks really good. Would eat it, but I'm going this. I do love chocolate and nuts on a banana. Dirty Burger. Beef, chicken, bacon, cheese, onions, chips. From Gloucester. Bacon cheeseburger with cheesy chips. I'm taking Dirty Burger. I'm taking Dirty Burger there. Cheeseburger with an anemic looking piece of cheese versus fish and chips with a pint, Australia. £11.60. I mean, come on. This might as well be. This is literally an Englishman's This is like the honey pot for English people. This is like this is like putting out like a fly trap, and you fill it with like honey and shit to like put them in there. Like this is essentially the equivalent of that for English people. They're getting that shit. Why are you always looking at yucky food? Okay, I'm in between matches, Sunshine Bread. We're not always looking at yucky food. We're just doing it right now. I'm in between things. You see how, look, I'm waiting for the break. Okay, you're just in time to see this. The Akareje again for this is the Avro Bomber. The Avro Bomber? 10 pounds? Give me the Akareje. That shit slaps. Sorry about that. Sorry, I lost my cool. Lost my cool for a second. Dortmund with the bratwurst. Hot dog and loaded chips. Come on. The bratwurst is, it's girthy. The bratwurst is girthy, but come on. It's looking pretty, it's looking all right. There we go. There we go. Slice of Domino's pizza or the nachos? Honestly, the nachos from Barnsley doesn't look that bad. I'm going nachos. Is that crazy? Oh my god, I did it. I fucking did it, man. Dude, Scrandle pisses me off, Avril. Scrandle pisses me off beyond all belief.
Every day you become more annoyed at the British.
Every day, Scrandle's gonna make me come closer to the Joker moment. I'm gonna have my Joker moment one day because of Scrandle.
It's because of British, right? It's because it's based off British taste.
It's because of the European taste. 100%. Sunshine Red, where the hell are you awake? Are you European? Why are you awake right now? It's like 6 a.m. Eastern Coast.
Would you like to learn another fact about Europe?
I would.
That will annoy you?
I would.
Did you know that the #1 team in North America OWCS is primarily made of Europeans? There's only one American on that team. You know that?
Wow. I'm learning.
It's 3 Europeans, Australian, and Ultraviolet is the only North American on the best North American team.
That's what it's all about. You know what's also crazy? That means now, if we include Florida Mayhem, the token North American player for squads that are looking like the best in the region has been North American, you know, and the rest have been like non-North American essentially. Because like UV and then RuPaul for Mayhem 2023. Have you tried Food Guesser? I have. I will play Food Guesser at one point. It's good. No, thank God. I just wake up at 8 p.m. No job. Okay, waking up at 8 p.m. is crazy work. I'm up because I'm doing my job right now. I'm employed for T1. But that's waking up at 8 p.m. with no job, crazy work. But I respect the grind. I respect the grind set. I think some of God's strongest soldiers are our most unemployed. So I think some of God's strongest soldiers are our most unemployed soldiers. I think without a healthy population of some of the strongest and brightest unemployed people, we wouldn't have some of our greatest philosophers and memes.
Imagine if you were a jobless person, but you lived like you had a job, like you still woke up for a job at 8 a.m. You still went to bed at a normal time.
I was doing that.
You still did everything.
I did that. I did that for the longest time until I got this. I just went to bed at normal hours and woke up.
This guy cosplayed a normal person while being jobless.
Well, because I liked having a normal sleep schedule. I just liked keeping the sleep schedule the same after I lost my job. It's nice to be consistent. But now I gotta be, I gotta be up at this time. Also, I'm sorry that we're not censoring the word job for those that are, unemployed. Typically, I would have a censor, but I don't have that installed just yet. This is wicked, bro. I don't know this song.
Job?
Zaza
I
Mancer,
barely
thank you for the
even
tier
know
1. I do not know this song. I have no fucking idea.
There he is. This is my favorite player, Proud. Shit. Holy shit.
Glorp
I
Brave.
hope this guy plays Hanzo today again. Let's go. Switch up here.
Okay. I don't know what the fuck this is. Flame Igniter?
I barely even know her.
Also ignore that. I just have multi. Okay, I get Flame Igniter. Is there like fire? Let's check fire. Is there anything that would make sense here? Fire. What about like flame? Is it flame starter? The Prodigy fire starter? Fire starter? I'm going for it. Oh my god. We fucking did it. We fucking did it, boys. Fire starter. Okay, that gets swapped back. It's just too American? Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not European, so I don't listen to house music and like go to raves where like a fucking like visual on an LED screen like it blasts my fucking drug-addled mind and makes me experience ego death. We're like fucking the blue guy from Watchmen just like stares into my soul. That wasn't house music? Whatever. I don't care. House music is what you listen to inside the house.
I haven't seen Watchmen.
You haven't? It's pretty good.
Tell you what I have seen. Tell you what I have seen. I recently went to watch
Okay.
Ballerina from the world of John Wick.
That's a good one. By the way, Avril, could you drop a hashtag T1K with me? Hashtag T1K.
Hashtag T1K.
T1K. Hashtag T1K.
But what if Bernard said no?
Nah, Bernard will say no, but unfortunately for the hashtag T1K, they will bypass his no and achieve victory all the same.
What if usually Flores complete ass, but today he just shows the fuck up like he's never shown up before?
No, he won't. I think Flores is about to get rocked by the aura. He's gonna feel the aura of Proud walking in and the dong. Flora will feel the massive aura of the dong.
Fun fact: the GK Nightmare game included 3 Ajaxes. I counted 3.
What? There was 3 Ajaxes in that game?
3. Yep, 3. 2
What-
from Admiral.
what happened?
One from,
Oh, Admiral had 2?
Yeah, 2 from Admiral. Was it Lep? Was the other one? Yeah. The Admiral ones were the first one. He got sucked by Terror Surge, and in the middle of the Terror Surge, he went for a beat, and then Cover just slammed it down and killed him.
Classic mistake.
So that was a bit of a weird one. I think another one, he just got railed by Chronic. Then Lep's one, I think he got railed or some shit. I'm not too sure.
I may be tripping, but Pelican looks buffer. Question, Swing Chip, are you at the arena today? Are you at the arena today, Swing? Are you staying away from this? Have they sequestered you again? Have they sequestered you? No? Okay, Swing making sure not to lose. Good work. We've sequestered Swing yet again.
What did you think of Proud's Hanzo yesterday?
Yeah, Swing, what the fuck was going on with Proud's Hanzo, by the way? I mean, what the hell, man? Amazing? No notes? Okay. We just felt like it? Giga Chad, we just felt like it. Giga Chad, we just felt like it. We just felt like it. Second question, Swing. Do you think... I mean, I guess it's not open. It's open to the whole floor. And it's piggybacks off our previous conversation, Avril. Do you think if you were to pit a fight between a baby fresh out the womb that absorbed its twin in the room, or a baby that absorbed 2, like it was a triplet and absorbed 2 other siblings in the womb, would the one that absorbed the other 2 siblings be stronger? Or would he be bloated and bloated and gluttonous, and so like not very fast on their feet?
The trick here is they're actually all the same.
Think so?
Because as we discovered, if you're a triplet, you're a smaller baby.
But they absorbed
if you
two
think of them
siblings, though. But they
mathematical-
absorbed two siblings, is what I'm saying. They came out as
so
one.
okay, so 0.5 plus 0.5 is 1. 0.33 repeated times 3 is 1. You all just come back to 1. It all just becomes 1 at the end of the day. Really, for all of them, you just become one person. Okay, if you're quadruplet and you absorb the other 3, you just become one person again.
Sorry, I
Me
ate
personally,
too much baby.
I started as one person. I didn't have to eat anybody. I began as a singular whole being.
Yeah. Well, in my opinion, I think we all start as many people because we're part of the collective consciousness, and then once we die, we return to that like a drop of water. So I started as many people. So think about that. Think about that. My dog, when we were at the pool, you know, that comment, sorry I ate too much baby, that's just like my dog said when I was a child. When we were at the pool one day, she found a nest of rabbits, and then my mom was like, what? And then my youngest brother walked over there, and she was like, she was putting her nose to the ground and like sniffing, and like, what do you got there, Jessie? Her name was Jessie, and then she just found the nest of baby rabbits and ate them all in front of her. My brother was traumatized.
Holy
It was
shit,
kind of
how
fucked
many?
up. It was like 3
Is there a
baby
lot?
rabbits. It was like 3 baby rabbits.
So the dog
It was
discovered
fucked
it.
up.
Wait till you guys came over and then
It was
just
fucked
ate
up.
them all in front of you.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't there. My younger brother walked over to my mom, and then I heard a scream as he ran away because she just like was going to town.
It's the most metal animal shit ever. It's like, yeah, I normally eat kibble and shit, but you know what? I'll eat some fresh baby rabbit for once. Just one time. Just like, holy fuck.
Yeah.
It was at that moment you remember they're still animals. Like, okay.
The
just ate
circle of
live
life. I mean,
babies.
honestly, it really wasn't the circle of life if you think about it, because my dog was being fed dry food and was housed inside a human home. So, like, really, she didn't need to eat those rabbits to survive. She just kind of did it. It was not the circle of life. It was just wanton cruelty and gluttony. Your dog went AWOL? Yeah, a little bit. A little bit. But, you know, she was a shelter dog. She had trauma. And as we all know, if you have trauma of any sort, you're allowed to do whatever you want to other people. Right? That's how it works. If you have some sort of trauma that happened to you, you're allowed to do whatever you want to everyone else. If I were a baby rabbit, I would simply not let the dog eat me. I mean, yeah, I would just get better movement, honestly. I'd probably just get better movement, for sure.
See, that's the thing. You were here, right, when I was saying that my roommate said she had rabbit and it was disgusting. It just didn't taste good. I'm like, that can't be true. That can't be true because animals love that shit. Animals love
okay, but
rabbits.
animals eat all sorts of. My dog also ate the cat poop out of the litter box. Do I think that was tasty?
No, but your dog. Yeah, but I'm saying other animals also eat. Like I think the entire animal kingdom want to eat rabbits, including rabbits. Rabbits eat rabbits.
But like, there's
Everyone
also
wants to eat rabbits.
I mean,
they must be the tastiest animal in the entire animal kingdom. Everyone wants to eat them.
But everyone eats all sorts of shit, dude. Like animals eat like. I mean, I don't think it works. I don't think it's working out that way.
I don't think all animals eat the cat poop, but I do think most animals do eat the rabbits. Everyone wants to eat a rabbit.
Also, I'm gonna say it. How many animals are eating like scallops out of the ocean, other than other seafood, like other sea fish, marine life? If other animals aren't seeking out scallops and eating those, then I think
Are they seeking out cephalopods?
Because scallops are good.
Cephalopod eaters?
Because scallops are very good. Scallops are tastier than any rabbit, I'd imagine, on average. So like, other than other sea-based life, who I mean, I can't trust all their taste. They're like, they're not going to the omakase.